the 8th inning. That one's hit well. Out toward right center field. It is gone! Home run, Bryce Harper. First of the year. It's a 5-3 game. That was a pretty swing.
Yeah, that's the way you turn on a ball.
I got to believe that felt just absolutely wonderful for Bryce Harper. He needed that.
It's only the 3rd hit in 24 at-bats, but that's 425 feet.
How about a look at some of the best bloopers from All-Star games past?
Watch the reaction of John Kruk. Heart is palpitating a bit.
Don't throw the ball away! Julio! Give me the ball!
It's hard to tell whom he frightens more, opposing batters or teammates.
He did it again!
And batter beware.
Take a look at Whitaker. That's a marking pencil. Pretty good one.
And Guerrero, there goes half the bat the other way, and it takes out Tommy Lasorda.
But these stars are better suited for shining plays.
Watch this one.
Spectacular play.
Long throw, Frank Thomas. Terrific play.
Perfect teamwork.
Up and caught. Oh, what a catch by Hunter.
It is a home run. One of the biggest home runs that's ever been hit.
There it is. The first grand slam in All-Star history.
Man, you're gone.
Ozzie gets the force.
How about that?
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Brewers TV is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. We welcome you to Day Baseball on this Wednesday afternoon. It's the New York Mets and the Milwaukee Brewers from American Family Field. Chamber of Commerce weather today. Roof is open, sun is shining brightly, and the Brewers at 63-38 going after a series win. The Brewers are 30-12 over their last 42 games against the Mets. The Mets gave them a lot of heartache a few years ago in the wild card series, but the Brewers in the regular season have dominated this ball club. Brewers did lose last night, so they're trying to get back in the win column and take yet another series here. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Bill Schroeder. We'll hear from Sophia Minard in just a moment. Interesting pitching matchup here today. You got a couple of new faces to their teams. The Brewers go with youngster Logan Henderson, who's 24 years of age. Christian Scott, who has really emerged for the Mets, gets the ball today for New York.
Yeah, Logan has been outstanding. In 7 starts, he's been really doing a good job, has not allowed any more than 4 runs in any one of his starts. He was really good his last time out against the Marlins. He did leave with a forearm cramp, but we'll see how the Brewers want to handle his start today. Remember, the bullpen is going to be fresh. There's a day off tomorrow, so we'll see. The changeup for Logan Henderson has been terrific. This year, opponents hitting only 186 on that changeup, and one thing that we saw his last time out the cutter was really coming of age. I mean, it was a really good pitch for him, and it was outstanding in that start against in his last start. But Christian Scott, 27 years old, he's been outstanding as well. His first 8 starts, he allowed only 1 home run. He had a stretch of 3 starts where he gave up 6. Coming off a win at Philly, 5 2/3, no runs. He has not allowed an earned run in his last 2 starts, so the Brewers have their work cut out for him against this young guy.
Well, it was Zach Thornton who pitched well last night, 6 shutouts. Scott gets the ball here today. If you watched our Brewers pregame show, we had a bullpen theme, a bullpen perspective. Nobody better to deal with that than Tim Dillard. But a big story in the pregame show was the Brewers bullpen coach. And for more on that story, we send it down to Sophia Minard. Hi, Sophia.
Hi, guys. Yeah, so the Brewers have the best pitching staff in Major League Baseball, a 344 earned run average as a team. They also have the lowest earned run average as a starting rotation, and Pat Murphy talks all the time about how the success of the starting rotation also sets up the success of the bullpen, and they have been one of the best groups under the leadership of Charlie Green. Here's a look at the Major League ranks for this Brewers bullpen, a 355 earned run average, 5th best. Strikeouts per 9, over 9 for them as well. The whip just over 1. And a 228 opponent average. All of that good for top 10 in Major League Baseball. Charlie Green said these guys care deeply about each other. They have a very tight-knit culture behind their closer, Trevor McGill, and they love to take the ball and get the job done.
Well, they know they're pitching every night just about, but it's an interesting group. There's 8 of them every night that go out there. Sometimes it's 9, but it's an interesting cast of characters. You see it on the field. I think their personalities show out.
How much pride do they all take in picking each other up, right? And taking the ball from one to the other and doing the job for the next guy?
Well, for sure. I think that's you try to have every cohesive unit out there, and so you pass the ball next side and you expect them to get the job done. And they're throwing, and our games are always close, it seems like, so they're always pitching leverage innings.
Against Francisco Lindor and the Mets, the rubber match with Logan Henderson on the mound. Series finale, Brewers and Mets coming up next here at American Family Field.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is presented by your Wisconsin Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. By Freighter to the Medical College of Wisconsin. By Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all. And by Lincoln Financial, make your pastimes last a lifetime.
Gathers himself and he gets Benj on a nice play by Bryson Stott over there at second, diving to his left. 1 pitch and another 1 pitch out.
Dead center field into the batter's eye for Francisco Alvarez. A solo home run gives the Mets a 1-0 lead.
1-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ball in the dirt for Devin Williams. His 14th save this season and the 100th save of his Major League career.
Beatty has left the yard. 5th home run of the year comes off Nola here in the 7th. It's 2-0 Mets. His 2nd blast of the night, and back-to-back homers make it 3-0 New York.
Strike 3 called. Phillies lose the challenge. Christian Scott has struck out 7 Phillies through 5 scoreless innings, and he and the Mets take a 1-0 lead into the 6th.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started to cook with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of our mother. So that's what Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
How can you go from one world-class athlete to another through some of the bravest acts of social protest in the world of sports? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
Jim Thorpe's resume reads like a work of pure fiction.
So he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He got Olympic medals for the decathlon and the pentathlon.
That's not even just running. That's like, the discus and the hurdles and all of these things. He's the greatest at
I thought I was an athlete, Lindsey.
Thorpe finished his Major League Baseball career with the Boston Braves in 1919, where he played alongside an outfielder named Les Mann.
He invented this particular projector so that he could roll it, slow it down, stop, back it up, see how he's working his foot like this without burning the film.
So are you telling me that this is the first instructional baseball video out there?
In other words, he was the Tom Omansky of the 1920s.
And this is not all he's done, right? I mean, we're talking about the fact that he is huge in amateur baseball, right? And a big proponent for the Olympics.
Very early 30s, he started championing to get baseball into the Olympics, and he finally succeeded for the 1936 Olympics, which was held in Berlin.
The German government had discouraged other nations from sending Jewish and black athletes, a request that the United States refused to follow.
We sent over Jesse Owens, we sent over Jewish ball players, and we sent over Mac Robinson. Mac Robinson, Jackie Robinson's older brother.
Trailblazers like Thorpe and Robinson certainly lit the way for countless others to follow. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Brewers TV is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Brian Anderson with Bill Schroeder, our Emmy-winning reporter, Sophia Minard. Great to have all of you with us on this day game version of Brewers TV. Today's game produced by Dan Keener, directed by John Walsh. The Mets are here for one more day. They've split the series thus far. This is the rubber game of the three-gamer. Mets lineup brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. And here's how interim manager Andy Green has lined them up today with A.J. Ewing, Francisco Lindor, and Bo Bichette at the top bench. Polanco and Young in the middle with Simeon, Beatty, and Alvarez rounding out the starting nine for New York. Mets come in with a record of 43-59. Brewers are a half game back of the best record in the majors, Rock, and Logan Henderson gets the ball for him today.
And he's been outstanding. He's won 3 consecutive decisions. He missed June. He was on the injured list with a lower back issue. He came out of his last start a little bit early with a forearm cramp, so the Brewers are going to keep an eye on that today. Good news is the Brewers bullpen is fresh and ready to go.
See him stretching out that forearm as we make our way to first pitch. Today's first pitch presented, as always, by Aurora Healthcare. And we hit it right at 1:10 Central Time. Both teams will have the day off tomorrow. The Brewers homestand continues on Friday with the Colorado Rockies coming to town. First pitch of the ball game is in there for a strike, and away we go. By the way, there are still plenty of tickets available for Friday's 3 o'clock start, and remember the Alumni Legends game follows that. So we hope to see you at the ballpark on Friday.
That's going to be a blast to see the guys come back.
We had over 40,000 for the home run derby with the alumni returning last year. Hope to do the same this year. So take off work early on Friday, get to the ballpark by 3 o'clock, Brewers and Rockies, and then stay for the alumni game, about 3 innings or an hour with that alumni game. And we are very much looking forward to reconnecting with some familiar faces. See how well they fit in their uniforms these days.
They might have gotten new ones, maybe expanded them a little bit, the waistline.
And there's still hope that Rock's going to get an at-bat. That's our goal anyway. A.J. Ewing straightened up, takes a ball, and it's 1-2. Boy, ideal conditions for the grand old game today.
The weather's cooled off nicely, hasn't it? Wow.
Perfect in here. They did close up the roof halfway just to prevent some of the shadows, which can be a challenge. But Henderson picks up a strikeout on a cut fastball. That's the pitch you talked about, Rock. And this one opens with a K for Logan.
Yeah, that pitch really was highlighted against the Marlins. Let's check out the defense brought to you by Landmark Credit Union behind Henderson here today. Churio, Mitchell, Bowers in the outfield. Ortiz, Pratt, Terang, Vaughn from third to first, and Williams Contreras back behind home plate. He was the designated hitter in yesterday's game.
Here's Francisco Lindor, who has caught fire here the last 4 games. Lindor had 3 hits last night. It's a tough guy to deal with when he is swinging it well at the plate. Been one of the great power hitters. He has spent a lot of time on the injured list this year with a calf strain. Missed a couple of months. 6 homers and 16 RBIs for the season for Lindor, but only 193 plate appearances.
3 hits and a walk yesterday.
Yeah, and over the last 6 games, partner, he's got 9 hits, 2 homers, and 6 runs batted in. So he is becoming a problem. Andy Green does not have Juan Soto in the lineup today. That's a foul tip. That's a strikeout. Home plate umpire Andy Fletcher heard the click of the bat right into the mid of Contreras, and back-to-back Ks for Henderson.
And Lindor didn't think he foul tipped it, but not sure you can be able to tell here. Hard to see, but it's about the sound that makes. The double click, the bat and the glove.
Digger's Hotline brings you Dirt Cam this afternoon, giving you a good look at that one. So 2 gone. Here is Bo Bichette. Bichette has been mired in a slump, but starting to swing the bat a little bit better here in Milwaukee. Hitting 3rd in the lineup today, minus Juan Soto. And that one hits Henderson. He doesn't know where it is. Recovers, throws, and he throws it away. And Bichette's on his way to second base. Henderson knocked it down and just assumed the ball was either through or popping up in the air. And it stayed right there by his feet.
Did pretty solid, right? Right on the foot, not knowing where it is. I think a good throw gets him. That might be an E1. Yeah, good throw, and he's out. It'll be a hit and an error.
Yeah, infield hit and then an error to get him to second. And Henderson will have to deal with a runner in scoring position. Carson Benj, rookie left fielder in there. Good news is that ground ball, it wasn't hit all that hard, but it hit Henderson on the bottom of the shoe. So it missed the ankle bone. No injury concerns with the Brewers pitcher, although he did have to make an off-balance throw to first. The guy who's had some forearm tightness and cramping. Be interesting to see how he comes out of that.
That fastball, you see, got him pretty good, but not knowing where it is, a good throw, and he's out at first base.
Did the right thing. He looked right to his teammates who were all pointing to the ground. Carson Benj, back-to-back starts for him. He is hot right now. Been one of the better rookie hitters in the National League. He's hitting .306 over his last 10 games. He bats with Bichette at second base. 2 outs in the first, just getting started on this Wednesday afternoon. And a swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball. 3 strikeouts in the first for Logan Henderson. We head to the bottom of the first. Brewers coming up. They'll match up against Christian Scott.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Yeah, I was worried about his left-handed wrist, but it appears Austin's okay.
Rowdy Tellez is a big man with a big personality. He's a playful guy. That's Rowdy saying, hey, man, I'm getting out of your way.
Nice catch, JD. JD. What a catch. They probably stuck with the pine tar.
No kidding. Look at this guy.
I mean, it comes off the screen and he just bare hands it.
I'm Jonathan Nahum, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Mets failed to score in the first. Now the Brewers coming up against Christian Scott, right-hander for the Mets. Here's the Potawatomi Sportsbook batting order for Pat Murphy. Yelich is back in there. He is the DH. Same starting lineup as we saw in the opener Monday, in which the Brewers won 8-3. Yelich, Churio, and Terang will start it for Milwaukee. And 27-year-old Christian Scott, he has emerged as quite the pitcher for the Mets this year after he missed all of last year with Tommy John surgery. He is today's Wisconsin Dells scouting report partner.
Hasn't allowed a run in his last 2 starts. Picked up a win last time out against Philly, 5 2/3, 3 hits, no runs. Did not walk a batter and struck out 7. Been an impressive season so far for Scott.
Back-to-back days with a Florida Gator on the mound. Brandon Sprode last night and Christian Scott here today. Christian Yelich back in the leadoff position. Roped a double in the opener on Monday. And he's looking for a hot streak for the remainder of this homestand. The Brewers swept the Marlins, won the first game of the series with the Mets Monday. Had won 4 in a row until that was snapped last night. Mets shut out the Brewers last night. And 4 games remaining on this homestand with the Rockies. A 3-game series starting Friday. Try to make it another series win here with a victory today.
Yeah, just keep winning series. I mean, sweeps are nice, but just keep winning series. You'll be fine.
2-2 to Yelich. Count goes full. Brewers have not lost a home series since that series against the Cubs in June. Flip-flop with the Dodgers last night. Dodgers beat the Phillies and regained that top spot in baseball as far as records go. Brewers had it for a day. Good to be in that company though with the Dodgers and all of their payroll. Brewers had the best record in the majors last year and they are trending in that direction this year. Full count. Long battle with Yelich. We'll see another pitch.
97 with that 4-seam fastball. So 4-seamer, sweeper, cutter for Christian Scott. On a batting average at .212. He's been really good. He does have 26 walks. He's just short of 60 innings of work.
They found a good threesome of pitchers that are reliable. Nolan McLean, Zach Thornton, who pitched last night, and Scott. As Yelich on the 9th pitch of the at-bat pops it into foul territory, and Bichette puts it away. That's how the day begins for Scott.
Well, let's check out the defense behind Scott here today. Defense has not been very good for the Mets so far this year. You got Benj, Ewing and Beatty in the outfield, Bichette, Lindor on the left side, Simeon and Young on the right side, and Francisco Alvarez, who started behind home plate in game 1 of the series.
Carson Benj been an emerging player for the Mets. Mets have had 5 players make their major league debut this year. Something you would not expect from a team like the Mets with all of their big payroll, but they're going a bit with the youth movement. Jackson Churio in the number 2 spot, hit leadoff yesterday.
Mets just can't figure it out. The offense has not been good. Defense has not been good. Pitching not so bad. Seen some pretty good work out of the bullpen in this series.
They are open for business as well with the trade deadline less than 2 weeks away. There's going to be a lot of these Mets players that will be on contending teams shortly. 0-2, Churio thinking right field, fouls it away. Crew chief is behind the plate today, Andy Fletcher. Alex Tosi over at first with Corey Blazer, the second base umpire, and Jensen Visconti, who had the plate last night, gets the call at third. One and two on Churio, and he chased one. A strikeout for Scott. Struck him out on a big sweeper. First K for the Mets right-hander.
And way off the outside corner, just not seeing it all that well. 82 miles an hour, about 2 feet off the outside edge.
Been a tough homestand for Churio, just 3 for 18 now. That's the arsenal for Christian Scott. Heavy usage of the fastball. He locates it well. Here's Bryce Terang. He takes a ball.
And half his pitches are that four-seam fastball, 49%. 23% with a sweeper, 18% with a cutter. A small mix of curveball and sinker.
Terang trying to fight his way out of a slump. Just 1 for his last 15. One thing about Terang and Yelich, when they're not hitting, they do take their walks. Terang has a very good eye at the plate, knows his strike zone so well. He's top 10 in the league in walks, is Terang. Comes in with 56 free passes, which is 9th best in the National League. Bryce top 10 in RBIs. To start play today was 61. That's good enough for 10th. 3rd in runs scored, 5th in doubles. How's this guy not an all-star?
Yeah, to say nothing about his defense. I mean, that was a all-star snub. I would say that Bowers had a pretty good shot at making it. How about Ashby?
Well, let's hope that inspires Bryce Terang the rest of the year. Bulletin board material for him. And Terang draws the walk. 2-out pass. Ball 4 presented by Felco. And the Brewers with a speedy base runner aboard for William Contreras. Contreras sitting on 10 homers, 57 driven in. OPS 739. Good numbers for a guy who catches every day. Catching takes a lot out of your legs, your body, all those foul balls. Foul ball almost taking out press row up there. Bunch of lobster claws up there, that's for sure. Oh, that hurts. Contreras skies one in the infield, and Young makes a catch to end the inning. Brewers come up empty in the first, get a 2-out walk. We head to the second, no score in the final game of this series.
Ewing coming over, diving, and he makes the catch. A psychopathic play for Ewing. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He is unbelievable.
A spectacular play.
This is that Ellie pterodactyl move.
Michael goes up.
He's got it. He always has it.
Good backhand. Suarez long throw.
Got him.
And he makes the catch and hangs on. Not an easy play.
There's one.
There's two. There's three.
Perfectly done. On the run, extends and makes the play.
Oh, baby.
Robles goes to a slide and he makes the catch.
Oh, what a play by Khalil Watson. Are you kidding me?
He can scoot, can he?
And Laura just snatched it.
Marcia charging, dives and makes the grab.
Oh, Castro, the Jaguar.
Oh, plenty of ups. How about that?
Diving play at short by Neto.
Series finale between the Brewers and the Mets here in Milwaukee. Logan Henderson starts his day with a scoreless first inning and 3 strikeouts, and he started Friday, the series opener against the Marlins. A good start for him. 5 innings, 1 earned run. He did deal with some forearm cramping in that last inning. However, Pat Murphy said to me this morning they don't feel like that will be any hesitation or limitation on him here today. He had a good week in between. Don't feel like that could be a factor here today. He did go over 70 pitches in that start on Friday. However, Murph also said that they always keep an eye on Logan Henderson. This is just his 3rd start coming back from that back injury. He said the pitch properties usually start to change for Henderson that 3rd time through the lineup or anytime he's near that 80 pitch mark. So that is something they will always keep a close eye on. His season high for pitches is 85, and that was before his back injury. So Pat Murphy saying they'll keep a close eye on him. They only used 2 relievers yesterday, so in good shape here for the bullpen.
All right, thank you, Sophia. Good stuff there. Got a challenge here. And that's a strike. So
Calls overturning the strike.
Brewers didn't have much success with the challenges yesterday. ABS challenge presented by T-Mobile.
Clearly in the strike zone, the whole baseball. You don't see many of those. Brewers finally win one.
Jansen Visconti had the plate last night, and he was on his game, and now we're going to get a return challenge.
Call the strike, the hitter's challenging.
And Andy Fletcher saying, "You guys got to leave me alone back here." So an ABS challenge, courtesy of T-Mobile.
Confirmed the strike. That's 1 challenge remaining.
I bet that felt good for Andy Fletcher to say.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
he couldn't wait to get on that microphone. Ball is confirmed a strike. Right. Mets have 1 challenge left. I am a huge fan of the ABS challenge.
Here, here.
It's been awesome. It's added a little extra drama to the mix.
Technology has been terrific.
I think more importantly, it has proven how great these umpires are on a daily basis. They don't miss much. When they do, they get called out for it, but they don't miss many.
They take it in stride. I mean, no ill feelings. At least we don't think so.
Swing and a miss. There's the signature pitch for Logan Henderson, the changeup. He's recorded 4 outs, Rock. He's got 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, let's check out today's Miller Time game plan. We talked about how the Brewers bullpen is in really good shape. That could come into play since the Brewers would be keeping an eye on Logan Henderson's pitch count after coming out with that cramp last start. You can thank Bryce Wilson for that, 4 innings yesterday, and then McCullers the day before. He threw 3 innings out of the bullpen.
There's a bunt in the air. Ortiz snags it, throw to first in time. What a play. High degree of difficulty. Joey Ortiz, just to catch that ball clean was a miraculous feat, and then a perfect throw to first.
And had some really wicked spin on that baseball as it's coming down. No way you make that play barehanded. He had time to pick it with his glove and make the transfer. Got him by half a step. What a play by Joey. I'm putting a circle around that play. That's our Aurora Healthcare defensive play of the day.
Young was booking it down the line as well. That's about as fast as you can get from home to first. 4.07 seconds. And in baseball, you measure speed with feet per second. That was 30.5. So Joey O had very little time to get that throw to first base. That was an incredible play.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you could play him anywhere in the infield, no doubt about that. Probably throw him in the outfield and get the job done. Check this out. He puts himself in position for the throw before the ball's in his glove.
It's even better.
That's the key to that play, yeah. That's the key to that play. That had some really wicked English on it. It kind of took a left turn on him toward the line, but still able to make the play. Terrific.
He was crashing in so hard to try to catch it in the air. Realized he couldn't. Quickly set his feet for a throw. It looked like he was going to try to barehand it, but I'm just assuming he knows that ball's got so much spin. The safer play is the glove, and man, that was, I'd love to break that one down. We need to get Dom Catrone on a breakdown on that play. That was unreal.
Yeah, that was next level right there.
Marcus Semien with 2 outs, 1 and 2 the count, and a close one, but it's a ball.
The thing that surprised you about Joey, I mean, you know, the balance and, you know, the hands and just his instincts, but his throwing arm is really good.
2 and 2, and that skipped by. Talked to Matt Erickson about Joey Ortiz, Brewers infield coach, and you know, I like to ask these coaches, what's the secret sauce? What makes him unique or different? And Matt was quick with an answer on Ortiz. He said his arm swing, you could probably define this better, but how he gets the transfer from his glove into the actual release is as fast as anybody's ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like a catcher, right?
That ball's hit well. Semien turns on one, back in front of the wall, Churio, and that's out. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Marcus Semien, his 10th home run of the year, and the Mets strike first.
And fastball pretty much down the middle of the plate. Mistake by Henderson. And he paid for it. 4th home run allowed by Logan this year. You see it right, center cut, maybe a little bit in. And he barrels it up. Good balance, good follow through. Had the backspin to carry on out of here.
Went from 0-2 to 3-2, and then a 2-out home run. And the Mets, as they did yesterday, on the board first. Brett Beatty on the first pitch flies to left, and Churio puts it away to end the inning. So the Mets score first on Marcus Semien's 10th of the year. Brewers play from behind this afternoon.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Line drive down the right field line. It's going to drop and score 2. Keith is home. Green right behind him. Torque over to third. Throw to second. Not in time. Kevin McGonigal, first major league at bat, is a 2-run double, and the Tigers take a 3-0 lead in the first.
Welcome to the big leagues, Kevin McGonigal.
6th pitch of the at bat. Down the right field line in the corner. Off the top of the wall. Another extra base hit for McGonigal. Throw to second. Not in time. First 2 major league at bats. 2 doubles for Kevin McGonigal. How about Kevin McGonigal?
Boy, showing how quick he is on those inside pitches.
He's already at 60 in the 3rd. Works the count even. Cues it off the end of the bat. That's going to be a tough play for Bogarts, and not in time.
I don't know if it's surprised is the right word, because McGonigal runs well, but he gets down that line really quick.
Life.
Hey, join a special Brewers Alumni Legends game presented by Northwestern Mutual after the game on Friday, July 24th. That's in a couple of days. Get your tickets now. Score a bowling shirt with a special ticket and enjoy $2.50 beers and brats. Grab your tickets and learn more at brewers.com/Legends game.
Oh, can't wait for that. A lot of familiar faces from Brewers past. They're all stretching it out right now, getting limbered up.
You know, Brawny's in the batting cage.
Brawny.
He takes it real serious.
We just saw Ryan a couple of weeks ago. Got inducted into the Wisconsin Sports Hall of Fame. I mean, he could hit right now in the big leagues. There's no question in my mind. Garrett Mitchell leads off for the Brewers, down 1-0 here in this second inning. Now we're hoping to pack the house on Friday. It's an unusual start time for a game on a Friday afternoon, a 3 o'clock start. That's just a good reason to skip out of work and come hang out at the ballpark. Be a lot of fun.
Not that you need a reason.
It's a good point.
Half continues his hot stretch. He's been one of the hottest hitters in Major League Baseball. He has the most hits in the month of July in the big leagues. 2-1 from Scott. Swing and a miss with the top of that curveball. That's a nasty curveball from Scott. Vaughn due next, and then Jake Bowers. 2-2 pitch. Curveball missed the outside corner. Only one challenge left for the Mets. Alvarez, I think, wanted to challenge that. Better that he didn't. And nonetheless, one challenge the rest of the game as time is used by Garrett Mitchell before the pitch from Scott. Through 21 pitches in the opening inning. Got a really good start. 6 scoreless innings from Zach Thornton, who picked up his first big league win last night. 3-2 pitch to Mitchell. Fouled back. Fastball up in the zone. Lives to see another one. Three and 2, and on the way. Curveball misses low, and Mitchell draws a walk to open up the second inning. 2 walks now issued by Scott. Another ortho ASAP walk, I should say. They do both. Strikeouts when the Brewers are pitching, walks when the Brewers are hitting. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Here's Vaughn. 1-0 Mets on the solo homer by Marcus Semien in the second inning. Just in case you're joining us, the pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Good day to get some stuff done outside. Temperatures right where you want them to be. Maybe cooler than what we're used to in this stage of summer. Still a great day to get out there and do the things you need to do. 1-0 pitch is inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Go get your groceries. Cruise around with the windows down. Brewers baseball on your radio. Maybe you're out fishing or walking, whatever you're doing. Thanks for bringing us along with you. There's a strike, and it's 2-1.
A glorious day to be on the water. Good day for a convertible, too.
You got one of those, Lane?
I don't.
We could make one for you. At a cost. 2-1, hit foul by Vaughn. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Could be like back on the old days on the farm for me, when you just jump in the back of the truck and ride around.
Yeah.
I don't think they encourage that anymore, but that used to be a thing.
Did you have seat belts in the back of yours, or no? You just jumped in all willy-nilly?
Yeah, you just jumped in.
Okay. Mind the potholes. 2-2, hit into left center field, a base hit. Mitchell will cut around second. He's headed for third. Runners around the corners with nobody out in this second inning. Jake Bowers with an RBI opportunity. He's 1 away from 60. Was 1 for 1 at a base hit against Devin Williams in the 9th inning last night. His first hit of the second half of the season. Was 1 for 14 with 9 strikeouts.
1-0 New York on the solo homer by Simeon. Brewers trying to answer, even take the lead in this second inning. The pitch, Pratt squares the bunt, pulls it back, and takes a ball up and in. Safety squeeze action there from Pratt. Mitchell was not sprinting down the line. Bichette playing even with the bag at third. First baseman Young holding Vaughn at first. Pratt hitting nearly 400 in his last 10 games. 2-0 pitch is a strike at the knees. 2-1 on Cooper Pratt. Great crowd. 2-1 on Cooper Pratt. See nothing but fastballs so far from Scott. 2-1. There's a breaking ball outside. 3 balls and a strike on Pratt with Joey Ortiz looming.
Yeah, I've got this as the biggest crowd of the series, I think, Jeff.
At 30,000 last night, 34,000 on Monday. I would say that this is bigger than 34,000. 3-1. Pratt swings and misses. Good pitch to unload on. Just came up empty. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The fastball from Christian Scott's got some late life on it. The pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball, and he was late on it. And Pratt is down on strikes. Second strikeout for Scott. Brewers still have runners at first and third for Joey Ortiz. Ortiz 2 for 6 in this series, including a home run in game 1. It was a 3-run shot down the left field line. Gave the Brewers some breathing room. The pitch is a foul from Joey Ortiz. 0-1 on Joey. He's been hot, much like Pratt and Garrett Mitchell. 4 for 14 on this homestand and hitting .333 in his last 15 games. Scott gets a new baseball. He's at 44 pitches. The Brewers are making him work. On 1 on Ortiz, trying to pick up Pratt, and it's fouled away. Got a sweeper from Scott and a bit of a wild swing from Ortiz. He couldn't keep his hands back long enough. Stays at 0-2. Scott at the belt, checks his runners. 0-2 pitch. Fly ball to right. Got some carry. Back at the wall, and it's dropped by Benj. Vaughn chugging around third. He will score as Ortiz gets to third with a 2-run triple. Joey Ortiz hit that ball hard to the opposite field. It was Beatty out in right field that misplayed that ball so poorly. Beatty, an infielder by trade, got out to the wall. The ball had some slice on it, and Beatty couldn't come up with it. So the Brewers take the lead on the triple by Joey Ortiz. And a meeting at the mound as this inning for Scott grows longer in the tooth as Yelich digs in. Every Brewers triple, Steinhoffels donates $1,000 to Special Spaces Wisconsin. They'll create dream bedrooms for kids battling cancer. Steinhoffels, proud partner of the Brewers. So Joey Ortiz comes up with a big 2-run triple, thanks in large part to the misplay by Beatty in right. And we'll see if Milwaukee can compound the issue. Yelich popped to third his first time up. Pitch from Scott, swing and a miss, and a cut fastball. It's 0-1. Scott working from the windup, runner at third, 2 away, and Yelich takes inside. Getting close to a 30-pitch inning from Christian Scott. This one will be number 28. The pitch outside, not close. 2 balls and a strike on Yelich. 49 pitches and climbing for Christian Scott. Yelich trying to bring Ortiz home from third, the 2-1. It's inside. 3 balls and a strike with Chourio waiting next. Brewers answer the run in the top half of the inning with 2 of their own, looking for a third. 3-1 to Yelich. Swing and a base hit to left. RBI single for Christian Yelich. It is 3-1 Milwaukee. Fastball right down the middle, and Yelich with a perfect swing brings Chourio up with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Well, before the first pitch and after the final out, give your ride an all-star clean at Tsunami Express. Tsunami Express Car Wash, the official car wash of the Milwaukee Brewers. Christian Scott may be in need of a car wash after this long inning. Here's the pitch. It is a strike. Pitch number 31 in the frame. 52 total pitches. More 2-out runs scoring for the Brewers. Bullpen starts to heat up for the Mets. Toss to first. Yelich is back with a dive. Daniel Duarte playing catch. A right-hander. The 0-1. Down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Scott ready again is 1-1 to Jackson Chourio. Fouled away. Boy, did he get a hanger. One and 2 on Jackson Chourio, who struck out in the first inning. One, 2 coming back on Chourio. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got that fastball by him. The inning ends for Christian Scott. Beatty didn't help his cause out and right, but the Brewers scored 3 times. They've got a 3-1 lead as we go to the third on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
I'm Julie Leary, and I'm part of the Cannon & Dunphy personal injury team.
It's time now for the start.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal and I played with Eddie and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards and I know.
You know what happened in 2014.
A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants.
Look at how clean that is. The gold, I don't know if you guys know what the gold means, but the gold means you are the World Series champions from the year before. But it's the honor of a lifetime, getting to win back-to-back World Series championships with 2 different teams.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Two scheduled for the Mets. Scheduled for us with the play-by-play is Lane Grindle.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff. Francisco Alvarez is that 9-hitter to lead things off here in this third. Joey Ortiz putting together quite a month of July so far. Delivering the big swing in that bottom of the second inning. Henderson's first pitch is through there for a strike on Alvarez, and it's 0-1. Alvarez 1 for 3 in the series so far. Hitting .257 on the year with 11 home runs and 24 driven in. Henderson brings home the 0-1 pitch, and that caught the outside edge, but it's going to be challenged by Alvarez.
Pitch is called a strike. The hitter's challenging.
Cut fastball, it's outside. That's a bad miss by Andy Fletcher again. Challenge brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Overturn the ball. New York has 1 challenge remaining.
Andy Fletcher. Well, overturned. 1 ball and 1 strike on Alvarez. Henderson out of the stretch. And the pitch. That one is hammered foul down the left field line. Plenty of distance, but plenty foul, and it's 1-2. Got out in front of a changeup. Alvarez, then Ewing, and then Lindor. That's the trio scheduled to hit here for the Mets in this third inning. Anderson again looks in, and the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball at 94. He blew it past him. And that is ortho ASAP strikeout number 5 on the afternoon for Logan Henderson. So he struck out 5 of the first 9 that he faced, and there's 1 away now for A.J. Ewing. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going cross town, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill-up along the way. Like 3 cents off every gallon every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. So here is Ewing, who's in center field today. First offering to him is line down the right field line, but foul. And it's 0-1 on Ewing. Ewing played a lot of center field while Luis Robert Jr. was out for the last couple of months. Had been moved into the corners the last couple of nights, but Robert with the day off today, and so Ewing back in center today. The 0-1 is a liner into right. That's going to get down for a base hit for Ewing, and he'll be content with a single of the 1-out variety here in the third. So man aboard in front of Francisco Lindor, who struck out against Henderson back in the first. He's had a good series, Lindor. 4 for 9 in the series with a double and an RBI. Came into today 7 for his last 11 over his last 3 games. He has had a rocky season just because he had the injury, of course, that kept him out of the beginning of the season for the Mets with that hamate issue as he takes down and in with a changeup, 1 ball and no strikes. And then once he came back, got out of the gate slow, but the power's starting to show up here over the last couple of weeks, and that's somewhat typical with that injury. Sometimes the power comes a little bit later, even after you've returned to action. Toss to first, back in time is Ewing. Brewers hoping for the same out of Andrew Vaughn, who has swung the bat very well pretty much from the moment he came back in early May and had an early home run, but has only hit 2 home runs since. 1-0 pitch is a little high, but it's challenged. Andy Fletcher is going to wear out the microphone before this game's over. That one's going to be very close. It might be up. We'll see. Ooh, boom!
Calls a return to a strike.
What a challenge by
Milwaukee has 2
Contreras.
challenges remaining.
That just barely clipped the very top of the strike zone. Challenge is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. One ball and one strike, the count here on Lindor. Anderson's pitch, swing and a miss. Swung through a cutter. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I love watching Pat Murphy's reactions after those close challenges, almost as if to say, "Oh, I'm glad you got that one right."
You know, Pat Murphy will talk about the fact that now that there's ABS, there's even less to argue with the umpires. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Lindor. The pitch is a fly ball to center. Playable for Mitchell, drifting back a couple of steps. Settles underneath, makes the catch, and there's 2 away, and that'll get Bo Bichette to the plate. But when a guy is having a tough day behind the plate, and I would say it's been a tough start for Andy Fletcher today, that's probably fair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eventually what you'll get is one of the managers yelling one of those, "Let's go."
Sure.
At
Lock
the
it
home
in.
plate umpire.
Lock it in.
I know we got ABS and we're getting these right, but should we have to be on some of these? Eventually you get one of those from the dugout. First pitch to Bichette is in there for a strike on a cutter, and it's 0-1. Runner at first is Ewing. Had the 1-out single here in the third. It's 3-1 Milwaukee. Yeah, there's 2 outs. The 0-1 to Bichette. Missed outside. And it's even out 1 ball and 1 strike. Heading to a Brewers game, Potawatomi Sportsbook will get you there. Make any purchase or same-day bet for a shuttle wristband. Space is limited. Visit Potawatomi.com for details. Henderson out of the stretch. The 1-1 to Bichette is in there for a strike on a fastball at 93, and it's 1-2. I do miss the occasional umpire and manager mild disagreement. Sometimes maybe a little bit more than that. We don't get as much of that anymore. It was entertaining. Still get it once in a while. Ewing dancing off a first throw to first. It was high but pulled down by Vaughn, and Ewing dives back into the bag. 10 for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. One-two pitch to Bichette, misses down and in with a changeup, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3-1 Milwaukee, top of the third inning. Runner at first and 2 outs with Jeff Levering and Kent Sommerfeld. Lane Grindle with you here on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon in Milwaukee. Almost feels like a late September Wednesday afternoon. There goes the runner. The 2-2 pitch is lashed foul and out of play down the right field line. Stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Bichette. Brewers with a 3 spot in the bottom of the second inning to erase a 1-0 deficit and take the lead here. And now Henderson trying to get himself through this top of the 30s. At 44 pitches so far. And the 2-2 pitch, and it ran in, and I think he fouled it off. It ran up and in with a fastball, and Bichette trying to get out of the way of it. I think got it with the knob of the bat as he was backing out of the box. And so it'll be a foul ball, and the at bat will continue. We get a look at the replay here. Came up and in, nothing he could really do. It actually got just beyond his hands and fouled back.
Second time in the series he's had one off the tape.
That's not a lot of fun, but better than the alternative, I guess. There goes the runner. The 2-2 pitch is hit foul and out of play. First base side again. That's a lengthy at bat between Henderson and Bichette. That was the 7th pitch of this AB. Henderson trying to put together a shutdown inning here after his offense gave him the lead in the bottom of the second. Righty versus righty matchup with Bichette, who has heated up of late for New York. He's had a good series. 4 for 8 in this series. There goes the runner again. The pitch. That's popped up and foul back behind home plate and out of play. it stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Ewing's getting his polls in.
Yeah, Ewing, if he had his Apple Watch on, he would be getting notifications that he had closed all his rings for all the running back and forth he's doing between first and second. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with a changeup. And Henderson, with his 6th strikeout of the afternoon, puts up a 0 in the top of the 3rd. We go to the bottom of 3. It is 3-1 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Oh. This ball's hit deep to left field. Brian Reynolds clears the deck. Wow! Bangs off the facade of the second deck. Anchored down with his first home run. Back-to-back Bucks. 5-0 Pittsburgh.
That's what you want to see from Brian Reynolds. Driving the ball, using the middle of the field, and got that pitch out over the middle of the plate. Fans up there don't usually get home run balls. They almost got one there. And hey, let's do it.
I am still in shock. I don't know if I've ever seen this.
I've never seen it on the big league level. Never seen it in my 22 years where the opposing ball club comes out to help the grounds crew.
They're getting drenched.
A few of them are even carrying sandbags around.
Shane Victorino's running around. He's yelling out directions, and the crowd giving the Phillies a big round of applause.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Crew is a big home run. For personal or business finances, don't just bank with anyone. Tri-City, your hometown bank.
Brewers with a 3-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Bryce Turang to lead things off for the Crew against Christian Scott. Scott needed 33 pitches to get himself through the 2nd inning. First pitch to Turang is a sweeper in there for a strike. And it's 0-1. He begins this 3rd inning. 54 pitches, now at 55 after that first pitch. And Turang hits one in the air and out of play down the left field line, foul. No balls and 2 strikes on Bryce. A walk back in the 1st inning. Had his on-base streak snapped last night, but back on base in his first plate appearance here this afternoon for Turang. Scott's 0-2. He is fouled out of play 3rd base side. And it stays at no balls and 2 strikes on Turang. Bryce and then Contreras and then Mitchell for the Brewers here in this 3rd. Again, they lead at 3-1. Trying to win this series here this afternoon from the Metropolitans. 0-2 pitch. Turang, a chopper to first base. Backhanded by Young. He will flip to Scott covering to retired Turang. And there's one away. Well, when the game is on the line, the Brewers rely on their elite bullpen. When your oral health is on the line, rely on a WDA member dentist. To find a WDA dentist near you, go to WDA.org. So here is Contreras. Brewers finish up this series, a day off tomorrow, and then the Rockies come to town. Colorado with the worst record in the National League. First pitch to Contreras is a sweeper outside, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Colorado trying to find some footing again in that organization. They've made a lot of changes. The 1-0 pitch is a strike on the outside edge with a fastball at 94, and it's 1-1. That one just barely clipped the outside edge with that fastball from Scott. And here's one right down the middle for a strike on a fastball at 95, and it's 1-2. Contreras 0 for 1, popped up to first base back in the 1st inning. 0 for 8 in this series, and he takes a sweeper down and away. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scott out of the windup. And the 2-2 pitch to Contreras. A sweeper, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Bit of a hanger. And Contreras took a big cut and was a little bit early. So 2 away. And that'll get Garrett Mitchell to the plate for the Crew. Brewers will throw Drowan on Friday. Robert Gasser will go Saturday. And then Miz will go on Sunday against the Rockies. As Mitchell takes outside, 1 ball and no strikes. It'll be Miz versus Kyle Freeland, who is the veteran and the Colorado native, and he is having a very forgettable season in Colorado again this year with an ERA north of 7. 1-0 to Mitchell is a high fly ball fouling out of play down the left field line. 1 ball and 1 strike. Seems like every time the Brewers face the Rockies, they're going to see Ryan Feltner. He's going to go on Saturday against the Crew, opposite of Robert Gasser. 1-1. That is a little high with a fastball at 94. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. The Brewers trying to continue to build their lead in the NL Central. 6-game lead over the Cubs coming into today. Here's the 2-1 to Mitchell. That came inside. It goes to 3-1. Another chance for the fans to see Miz on Sunday. Always fun when Miz takes the mound here at American Family Field. Never know what you might see. Here's the 3-1. Swung on and fouled straight back into the net. And the count is full. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Carbless, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Premium ready-to-drink cocktails. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten. Find it at the ballpark or at your local retailer. Carbless. Bliss is more. Here's the 3-2 to Mitchell. And he hits one foul up the third baseline. Booted by the ball boy. That ball was smoked, though. 2 hopper. Off the glove. We will, again, give some grace on that play. Grace! On second thought. Rooney! Rooney! 3 balls and 2 strikes on Mitchell. Scott's pitch. Breaking ball. Bounce to second base. Big hop for Simeon. Sidearms it to first and takes care of Mitchell. The Brewers retired in order. Here in the 3rd, we go to the 4th inning. A 3-1 Brewers lead on the Brewers Radio Network. Presented by American Family Insurance.
What's on Tap brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Rooting for the Brew Crew because...
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Now representing the organization, Jim Leland and AJ Hinch are presenting Miggy with a customized set of cleats made by renowned artist Marco Terzo, made from several significant baseballs from Miguel's career. The cleats are presented on a base representing the time he spent at both third and first base in his career.
2-2 the count. The pitch to Alvarez, hit in the air to deep left field. Forget it. This one sails into the second deck behind the 358 mark.
Alvarez follows up with a bomb. Oh my goodness, top tank! Santa Maria!
Did the classic swing and stare and take the slow trot up the line, a look into the dugout, flexing that bicep. That was a shot. A classic Alvarez bomb.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
It'll be Benj, Polanco, and Young for New York. Logan Henderson, 48 pitches as he works here in the top of the 4th inning. The first pitch is over but low with a changeup. It's 1-0. Benj, a strikeout victim back in the first, 0 for 1 today. Anderson's 1-0 pitch. That missed up and in. A little tight with a fastball at 91. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Benj is going with the mock turtleneck look under the jersey today. Cooled off a little bit in Milwaukee. Not sure cooled off that much. 2-0. It's fouled back into the net. It's 2-1.
I feel like, Lane, that mock turtleneck doesn't have any sleeves. I think it's just a mock and it's cut off.
Yeah, no, that's definitely, but it's still a mock turtleneck.
I mean, it's not quite a grindle neck, but it's close.
No, you got to go
full turtle,
full turtleneck if you want to be able to say you're wearing a grindle neck. The 2-1 is outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. I think it was last year I actually sent you some of my senior pictures to confirm to you that, like, hey, I'm not making this up. That's all I wore for like 5 years of my life.
You think that's just last year that you sent me those photos?
Annually I send those to you. 3-1 is popped up. Foul territory. Ortiz giving it a look. He'll run out of room. It finds the seats about 5 rows deep. 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Benj.
I think you have a reminder on your phone on a specific date that says, oh yeah, by the way, send the grindle necks.
Hey guys, remember I wore a lot of turtlenecks in college. Here's the proof. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Benj. And a pop-up. This one into shallow left center. Pratt going out. Churio coming in. It'll be Churio with the sunglasses on, making the call and making the catch. There's one away for Jorge Polanco. I'd still be wearing them if my wife didn't throw them all in a garbage can and light them on fire. I know you guys are all grateful to her for that.
No, I'm actually disappointed. I would like to see you in more turtlenecks.
We could change that.
Holiday present. It's all set.
Jorge Polanco. Henderson brings home the pitch. And that's a little low with a fastball, maybe a touch outside. It was low, not outside, but low. 1 ball and no strikes on Polanco. Strikeout victim back in the second. 0 for 1 today.
I'll see if I can get a pre-order from The Gap.
The 1-0 is a swing and a miss, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, it was either The Gap or Abercrombie. That's pretty much where the turtlenecks came from back in the day.
Abercrombie had something other than flannels?
They had turtlenecks. Oh, yeah, I had many options. 1-1, swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. And, you know, you're a college kid and you're trying to add to your wardrobe, so there's a few Old Navy that I worked in there, too, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I remember a canary yellow Old Navy turtleneck that I wore under a black leather coat, and I thought I was really pulling it off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Henderson kicks and delivers and missed down and away with a sweeper. It's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looking back on it, I'm not sure I was pulling it off. I was confident at the time, I know that. 3-1 Brewers here, top of the 4th inning. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Got him with a changeup. Another strikeout for Logan Henderson. He is missing a lot of bats over the course of the afternoon so far here today. He is at 7 strikeouts, 2 off his career high of 9. And now here's Jared Young. 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 4th. First pitch is outside. It's 1-0. Brewers honored Marine Corps veteran Harrison Cummings to combat missions as a machine gunner today here at the ballpark. Great ovation from the crowd as always. 1-0 pitch is up and in with a fastball at 92. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Of course, retired veterans can turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. Find the coverage you need and health plan experience you want with Network Health. The 2-0 to Young is popped up, foul, and out of play. Third base side. It's 2-1. You can learn more at networkhealth.com/veterans. Henderson trying to work a 1-2-3 Top of the fourth. He has not retired the Mets in order yet this afternoon. Up over 60 pitches now. The 2-1. Swing and a miss at a changeup. And it's 2-2. Boy, he can pull the string with that pitch so beautifully, especially to these left-handed hitters. He's getting some good feedback with that pitch here today, as he typically does. Two balls and two strikes, the pitch. And he got him looking. A fastball at 94 on the inside corner. He painted it. And that is strikeout number 8 on the afternoon for Logan Henderson. Puts up another 0 in the top of the fourth. We go to the bottom of 4. 3-1 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
On the ground and backing up. Bichette. He will two-hop it over, and he is able to get Bohm. Looks at the wall. It's gone! Into the trees for the 9-hole hitter, Francisco Alvarez.
Strike 3 called inside corner to end the inning. Christian Scott has struck out 7 Phillies through 5 scoreless innings.
Beatty swings and drives one right field to the wall. He'll turn and watch it fly. Brett Beatty, a solo home run, gives the Mets a 2-0 lead. To left, Marsh going back. It's over his head. He turns and it's gone. It snuck over the railing and left. Francisco Alvarez with his 2nd home run of the game. The Mets have clipped Nola twice in the inning.
Off the bat of Trey Turner, deep to left field, and that ball is gone. Home run for Trey Turner, number 11 on the year.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ball in the dirt for Devin Williams. His 14th save this season and the 100th save of his major league career.
Fourth inning, Christian Scott at 71 pitches, toes the rubber. Andrew Vaughn leads off against him in the first pitch. He is outside with a sweeper. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Brewers with all 3 runs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Got a big 2-run triple rather from Joey Ortiz. Also got an RBI single from Yelich in that 2nd inning. Scott's 1-0, and Vaughn took a little low with a cutter. 2 balls and no strikes. Vaughn had a base hit in that 2nd inning after the leadoff walk drawn by Mitchell. Here's the 2-0. Vaughn took a strike on the outside edge, and it's 2-1. Cutter, borderline pitch. Might have just clipped the low outside corner. Too close to challenge for Vaughn. And the 2-1. That one missed low. It goes to 3 balls and 1 strike on Andrew. Vaughn, Bowers, Pratt to hit here in this bottom of the 4th inning for Milwaukee. Scott brings home the 3-1, and that missed. It's going to be challenged by Alvarez.
Pitcher's caught the ball, catcher's challenging.
And I think this is going to be a strike, so it's going to be another miss by Andy Fletcher. Here it comes. Yep, caught the very top of the zone.
Strike. Your catch, 1 challenge remaining.
Challenge is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Been a tough day for Andy Fletcher behind the plate. 3-2 on Andrew Vaughn. Here's the pitch, and he took inside for ball 4. So he ended up walking him anyway, and the Brewers get their leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the 4th. Ortho ASAP walk. When pain can't wait, walk right into Ortho ASAP. Same day access to specialists. Start healing faster at orthowisconsin.com. So the Brewers hoping that this inning unfolds like the 2nd inning did when they got the leadoff walk from Mitchell. Here is Jake Bowers. Scott brings home the pitch and missed inside. It is 1 ball and no strikes. Bowers popped up to the third baseman, Bo Bichette, back in the second inning. Here's the 1-0. And Bowers watched a curveball low. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Scott had been in a good groove coming into this start. He had not given up a run in each of his last 2 starts. Went 5 2/3 in Philadelphia coming out of the All-Star break. The start before that against Kansas City. 5 innings of scoreless baseball. 2-0 pitch and breaking ball in there for a strike. And it's 2-1. The one thing with Scott, though, is he just has not worked deep into games. The most he's worked in a game all season long is 5 2/3. And that just a handful of times. Rarely has he recorded an out in the 6th inning. 2-1. And Bowers took a strike on the outside edge. It's 2-2. And with the pitch count up over 80 pitches now here in the 4th inning, can't imagine this is going to be a long outing for him as well, as Cionel Perez is getting loose in the Mets bullpen, the left-hander. 2-2 to Bowers. And he took a breaking ball for a called third strike. Flipped that curveball in there on him. Low outside corner, and it was a strike. And Bowers is retired. That is the 5th strikeout for Scott over the course of this game so far here this afternoon. And here's Cooper Pratt. A reminder from Schneider and their professional truck drivers: distracted driving puts everyone at risk. Stay focused and drive safe. Runner at first and 1 away. Pratt takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Drive around the league and give you the out-of-town scoreboard as well here. That's brought to you by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors. Building Wisconsin together. The 0-1 is way outside of the sweeper. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Pirates and Yankees are tied at 3 in the Bronx. That game's in the bottom of the 8th, the first of 2 today. They'll play a doubleheader at New Yankee Stadium. The 1-1 swung on and fouled off the gear of Alvarez, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. St. Louis is out west taking on the Angels, wrapping up that series later today. They'll get underway in about 40 minutes or so from now. Cubs hosting the Tigers later tonight at Wrigley. Gator Montero for the Tigers. Colin Ray will go for Chicago in that matchup. 1 ball and 2 strikes here at the plate on Cooper Pratt. Vaughn is at first with 1 out. Scott out of the stretch. The pitch, that's high, and it's 2-2. Also have a doubleheader in Boston today. The Red Sox trying to win their 15th in a row, and they lead 6-3 over Baltimore. That game's in the bottom of the 7th. 2-2 is a called third strike. Actually, called third strike. That was a very delayed call by Andy Fletcher, almost like he was trying to decide what he wanted to call it, and should have been challenged by Pratt. That pitch was outside.
I don't think he knew what the count was, or if he was very convicted on what the call was indeed.
He confused me. I mean, I said called third strike, and then the way that he called it, I was like, well, I must have the count wrong. And it was outside. It shouldn't have been strike 3 anyway. That was a bad miss by Andy Fletcher. He's having a tough day. So it's a strikeout of Pratt. There's 2 away, and now here's Ortiz, and he takes down and away with a sweeper. It's 1-0. Six strikeouts now for Christian Scott this afternoon. Vaughn still at first after that leadoff walk. He's there with 2 outs here. The 1-0 is a liner through the right side and into right field, a base hit for Joey Ortiz. Joey Ortiz just continues to impress. Great approach with that pitch. Fastball outer half, about thigh high, and he just sent it through the right side. So now first and second, and that'll get Yelich to the plate for a 3rd time today, and that is going to be it for Christian Scott. Andy Green, the interim manager, is out of the dugout. He has already made the call to the bullpen. They'll bring Perez in here, the lefty, to face Yelich with 2 on and 2 outs in this bottom of the 4th inning. Now, sometimes you need a change for even the heaviest control problems. Visit NorthShore.com. North Shore adult diaper pitching change here.
Jim Thorpe's resume reads like a work of pure fiction.
So he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He got Olympic medals for the decathlon and the pentathlon.
He's the greatest at
I thought I was an
everything.
athlete, Lindsay. Thorpe finished his Major League Baseball career with the Boston Braves in 1919, where he played alongside an outfielder named Les Mann.
He invented this particular projector.
And this is not all he's done, right?
He started championing to get baseball into the Olympics. He finally succeeded for the 1936 Olympics, which was held in Berlin.
The German government had discouraged other nations from sending Jewish and black athletes.
We sent over Jesse Owens, and we sent over Mac Robinson, Jackie Robinson's older brother.
Trailblazers like Thorpe and Robinson certainly lit the way for countless others to follow. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Game day spirit. Plans start at just $16 for your first month. Learn more at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash, the official car wash of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Ciel Perez takes over on the mound for the Mets, the left-hander. Christian Scott lasts just 3 2/3 here today for the Mets. Perez will try to take care of Yelich and get the Mets out of this inning. Yelich trying to provide a big clutch 2-out hit like he did back in the 2nd inning. First and second for the crew and 2 outs. A 3-1 Brewers lead. Perez looks at second, comes set, and the pitch. And missed down and away. It is 1 ball and no strikes on Yelich. Yelich has faced Perez 5 times in his career. He's 3 for 5 against him. He's homered off of him as well. This veteran left-hander. Here's the 1-0. And Yelich a chopper foul over near the on-deck circle. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. Make no mistake about it, Perez is in here to get Yelich. You've got Chourio lurking in the on-deck circle. The Mets do not want him to face Chourio with the bases loaded, so you would think Perez would come right after Yelich here in this at-bat. The 1-1, and dropped a slurve, but a little low, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Vaughn is at second. Ortiz is at first. Perez set just above the belt. And the 2-1 to Yelich is hit foul back into the net behind home plate. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was a sinker at 97. It was in off the plate. In on the hands of Yelich. And he fouled it off. And now the count even. Perez looks back at second. And the 2-2. Big breaking ball missed inside. The count is full. It is 3 balls and 2 strikes on Christian Yelich. Again, Chourio lurks in the on-deck circle. Yelich 1 for 2 today. Had the RBI single back in the 2nd inning. His 2nd hit of this series. Three-two pitch. Bouncer on the left side. Big hop for Lindor. Plays it at his chest. Throws to first in time and gets Yelich. And the inning is over. Brewers threatened. Unable to push anything across. They lead it 3-1 as we head to the 5th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
This up.
Wow. It's like an Academy Award came to life. How long do you think that took to get ready?
You know, it's really not fun facing a guy with that kind of stuff. I'll just tell you that.
presented without comment.
It's a raft. It's got an outboard motor. It's got a little barbecue, and it's got a hot tub. Look at that. I mean, come on. American ingenuity. That is living.
What else can go wrong here?
Where are the Angels in the outfield? They're everywhere.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so. Jim Thorpe's resume reads like a work of pure fiction.
So he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He got Olympic medals for the decathlon and the pentathlon.
He's the greatest at
I thought I was an athlete, Lindsay.
Thorpe finished his Major League Baseball career with the Boston Braves in 1919, where he played alongside an outfielder named Les Mann.
He invented this particular projector.
And this is not all he's done, right?
He started championing to get baseball into the Olympics. He finally succeeded for the 1936 Olympics, which was held in Berlin.
The German government had discouraged other nations from sending Jewish and black athletes.
We sent over Jesse Owens, and we sent over Mac Robinson, Jackie Robinson's older brother.
Trailblazers like Thorpe and Robinson certainly lit the way for countless others to follow. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Back in with the play-by-players, Jeff Levering. Thank you so much, Lane. Marcus Semien, responsible for the only run for the Mets, a solo homer back in the second inning, digs in. Logan Henderson back out there for this fifth inning. First pitch swinging. It's a pop-up foul off on the right side on pitch number 65 from Logan Henderson. Bottom third of the order, Semien, Beatty, and Alvarez. Semien pulls it foul. 0-2 the count. Marcus Semien, quick vibe check. Well, the vibes are pretty good. Brewers are up by a score of 3-1. All three runs scoring in the second inning. A cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer. That's a big vibe. Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the seltzer that passes the vibe check. 2-strike pitch. Misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Logan Henderson thus far with 8 strikeouts. He is 1 off of his career high, which came in his major league debut back last April against the Athletics. 1-2. Hit off the end of the bat, off the glove of Henderson, trickles out to Terang. He's got it and throws out Semien. Leadoff man retired yet again for Logan Henderson. He's retired 6 in a row, and 8 of the last 9 batters he's faced as Beatty digs in. Flied out to left his last time. Don't forget the Brewers Alumni Legends game presented by Northwestern Mutual is coming up on Friday. Concession specials. Here's the pitch, and it's a swing and a miss at the changeup. $2.50 beers, $2.50 brats. They'll play 3 innings, roughly an hour. Join us after the Brewers and Rockies 3:10 start time on Friday. The Alumni Legends game will follow about 20 to 30 minutes after the conclusion of the regularly scheduled game. 0-1 to Beatty. He is outside with fastball. 1-1. Logan Henderson threw 73 pitches in his last appearance, which got him through 5 innings against Miami. First game back out of the break. Allowed just a solo home run in that outing, much like he has this afternoon against the Mets. Pitch to Beatty, swing and a miss, pulled the string with a changeup. Henderson's been all over the strike zone. He has not walked a batter. That's one of the things that has been so impressive about Logan Henderson when he's been in the big leagues, is his command. He's only walked 7 batters this year, now in 8 starts. Beatty sends one out to right. Back is Bowers. It's over his head and over the fence. It's a home run. It bounced off the back wall and then back out onto the field of play. Beatty uses the short porch, and it's a solo homer to make it 3-2. Only counts for 1. But now the Mets are within a run. Francisco Alvarez hits. Struck out back in the 3rd inning. Homered on a changeup. Not many of those changeups get hit hard in general or hit for home runs. Right-handed hitting Alvarez waits for Henderson's pitch, and it's fouled away right side. Almost a nice catch by a fan out there in seats. Almost. And the 0-1. Check swing and a foul tip. I believe, yes, foul tip. Andy Fletcher waited a moment to make the call. He was exchanging baseballs with the catcher William Contreras before signaling the foul tip. Another 0-2 count. Henderson's been working ahead all day. The pitch. Strike 3 called. Fastball at the knees, and Alvarez does not challenge. Strikeout number 9 matches a career high for Logan Henderson. A.J. Ewing, a base hit and a strikeout today. I think Alvarez more than anything was looking changeup, got the fastball. First pitch to Ewing. Lined into right towards the gap. It will fall between Bowers and Mitchell. Goes all the way to the wall. Mitchell's got it. Fires it into the cutoff man. Ewing stops at second base. The tying run is in scoring position for the Mets for Francisco Lindor. Cutter right down the middle, and Ewing plugged the gap in right center. Didn't have as much cut on it as Henderson would like. And rather than hitting it with some hook, ball had more fade on it than anything. Working from inside to out with that swing as Contreras out to chat with Logan Henderson before the sequence with Lindor, who's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly out to center. Trip to the mound presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, and over 95 kiosks. It's fans' dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook, become a legend. Aaron Ashby grabs the baseball. He'll start to play catch in the Brewers' pen. Mets out hitting the Brewers 5-4, but trail 3-2. Ashby could be getting ready for Benj, who's due up in a couple of batters. The pitch is a swing and a miss. Bat goes flying. The bat is in fair territory and now rolls into foul territory. The pitch ends up in Contreras' glove. The bat a good 140 feet away from home plate. That would be an Olympic javelin throw right there from that bat toss of Francisco Lindor. Pretty good. And he asked the on-deck hitter, Bo Bichette, to toss him some stickum. He sprays some stickum onto his bat handle, onto his batting gloves. And he'll get back to work. And if you're Logan Henderson, you just threw one of the nastiest changeups of your life. You get that reaction from Lindor. Don't be content. Get back after it. Throw another good one. 0-1 on Lindor. Henderson's pitch is off the plate away with a fastball. 78 pitches now for Logan Henderson. Brewers leading at 3-2 in the 5th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. It's 1-2 on Lindor. A solo homer from Beatty with 1 out in this 5th inning. A 2-out double by Ewing. He stands at second base. One-two pitch. Change-up, golfed, and caught at second base by Bryce Terang. Side retired, 5 innings complete from Henderson, and the Brewers have a 3-2 lead on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
From the post-game to the morning show.
Priority called on Lofton, and it drops.
Whoa, he does not lack energy.
Rain earlier today, grass still a little wet.
First big league strikeout for Roldy Munoz, and you can put an exclamation point on it.
That's a weird one. Fenway special.
After review, the call of the field is a home run. The ball hit the foul pole.
Trevor Story, home run.
So the museum opens in 1999. Grandpa was just an amazing human being, and we want to share his legacy with the next generation of baseball fans and non-baseball fans alike. I kind of like to have the cards as a reminder, like I can kind of look at his face and see what he looked like that year. It just kind of helps me visualize in my mind what it would have been like to see him play, because I didn't get that chance.
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Philly
cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
Crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Churio, Terang, and Contreras coming up against Cionel Perez. Got the final out of the fourth after Christian Scott went 3 2/3. Perez, the left-hander, works on Jackson Churio. His first offering is a looping liner in the shallow left. It's off the glove of Lindor. It's a base hit for Jackson Churio. Lindor got back there, made a leaping attempt just off the tip of his glove. Leadoff base hit for Jackson Churio. Leadoff man on now for the 3rd time in 5 innings for the Brewers. Bryce Terang digs in. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out to first base. Perez from the third base side of the rubber throws to Terang, and he misses low and in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Looking to add on to this 3-2 lead. Win this series against the Mets. 1-0 is a strike. 5 good innings from Logan Henderson. Couple of runs allowed on 5 hits, pair solo homers, struck out 9, which matched a career high if he indeed is done. Aaron Ashby loosening in the Brewers bullpen. 1-1 to Terang, jammed foul. Terang just got fisted on that fastball in. Seen some fastballs getting in on a couple of hitters in the series. Bo Bichette in particular. He's had a couple of handled jobs. One-two from Perez. Catcher going away. Lefty deals. Swing and a foul on a breaking ball that was very hittable. Lead on base hit for Jackson Churio. He's aboard at first. Clouds passing by American Family Field. Perez again at the belt. His pitch is down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Went back to the slurve. Bullpen moving again for the New York Mets. 2-2 to Terang. Swing and a base hit to left. Right through the left side. Kept those hands inside. It's first and second for the Brewers. Nobody out for Contreras. Perfect swing from Bryce Terang. Contreras a pop-up and a strikeout. In the series, 0 for 9. And just 2 out of 18 on this homestand is Huáscar Brazoban. Starts playing catch in the Mets pen. First pitch is a swing and a miss by Contreras. He was looking to unload. 0-1. 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Cionel Perez. 0-1 coming. Hit foul. Contreras trying to go to right field. It's just a hair late on these fastballs, but it's by design. Try and move Contreras around, get Terang up to second base. Keep those hands inside. Outfield playing Contreras to pull. Going in, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Way high and outside, and Alvarez has to jump out of his crouch to pull it in. 1-2 on Contreras. Garrett Mitchell's on deck for the Brewers. 1 ball and 2 strikes on William. Here comes. Swing and a foul, went off speed, and a flick of the wrist from Contreras keeps him alive. Perez ready to work again. Is 1-2. Outside again. Tried the curveball, missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Contreras. Well-traveled Cionel Perez, originally in the Astros organization, has been bouncing around the last few years. 2-2. It's low. Brewers saw him earlier this year with the Washington Nationals. Spent 4 years with Baltimore. Three and 2. What was an 0-2 count is now full. 3-2 pitch. Bouncer hit to third. Bichette throws to second, safe there. Oh, they called him out. Second base umpire Corey Blazer saying Terang out at second base. To the naked eye, he looked pretty safe from up here. We'll see if the Brewers will challenge, and they will. They're going to challenge the play at second base. I called it safe because, well, he looks safe from up here.
The call on the field is out at second base. Milwaukee's challenging.
So Andy Fletcher announcing the challenge, brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. They don't play games, just straightforward pricing, premium quality, trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today. This seems pretty clear that he's safe at second base upon further review. Terang hustling all the way, and it's one of those plays where as a second baseman, they don't play it like a first baseman where they get to the bag and stretch. Here comes the call.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. Runner safe. Milwaukee will retain their challenge.
If Semien plays it like a first baseman and stretches to the baseball, that's not even close. But he fielded the baseball as if he was trying to turn 2 and get the footwork right. Ball traveled, and Terang beat it. So the bases are loaded for Garrett Mitchell. Chance to break this game open. And Alvarez will go out and have a word with Perez. Trip to the mound brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Also gives us an opportunity to remind you that a thick, juicy Usinger brat would taste pretty good right now. Lather it up with some Pine River cheese spread. Don't need any sauce when you got Pine River cheese spreads. And then make sure you cleanse your palate with fresh taste of Cedar Crest ice cream and custard. That's as good as it gets. Bases loaded after the meeting at the mound. Infield is up for the Mets. First pitch to Mitchell is low and away. Ball one. Official score is ruled that a base hit for William Contreras. Wait to put that in my score sheet, but the bases are loaded no matter what the ruling. 1-0 pitch to Garrett Mitchell. Perez delivers. Bounced foul off the foot of Andy Fletcher, the home plate umpire. Mitchell has walked and bounced to second base. Perez sets again, checks his runners. 1-1. Down and away. Alvarez picked it up on the short hop. 2-1 the count. More than likely the last batter for Cionel Perez, with Vaughn on deck and Brazoban ready in the Mets bullpen. Officially 3 straight singles for the Brewers to set up this bases loaded situation. 2-1 coming to Garrett Mitchell. Swing and a miss. Sinker at 97. Mitchell a hair late, which doesn't happen often with those quick hands that he possesses. Churio, Terang, Contreras the runners. 2-2 to Mitchell. Got him looking with a breaking ball. Started at the front hip and broke over the inside corner, and Andy Green can't get out of the dugout fast enough to go get Perez. So a strikeout of Mitchell froze him with that breaking ball. That's the first out of the inning, and we will have a pitching change. Brazoban is coming in. Pitching change brought to you by North Shore Adult Diapers. Sometimes you need a change. The Mets are in need of a change right now, and a cleanup on Isle American Family Field. For your heaviest control problems, visit northshore.com. Back in a moment. Base is still low.
Baker gathers it in, and the AL in a shutout. The American League has now claimed 11 of the last 13 All-Star games.
Vargas sends one deep to left, and a no doubt about it, Vargas second deck bomb.
His father was an absolute stud in Cuba, and now he just homered in the All-Star game.
Pages grounds one towards the middle. Backhand stab by Clement. Heaves a throw and gets him. Wow. Ernie Clement, who's known more for his bat, shows off the glove right here, John. What a play. And the American League has pitched the first shutout in the All-Star game in 13 years. Tough night for the National League hitters. That's the 15th strikeout. 2-run single, Cody Bellinger. And the American League gets to Sanchez here in the first.
Cody Bellinger, the Ted Williams MVP. There you go, Cody. Congrats. Enjoy it.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Price is better service because we're employee owned.
Andrew Vaughn comes up with the bases loaded against Huáscar Brazoban, his 42nd appearance, a .264 earned run average. Takes over for Cionel Perez. Brazoban hasn't allowed a run in his last 5 appearances. Middle infielders playing back in double play depth. Pitch to Vaughn is a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Throws his changeup a ton. Opponent's hitting just 176 against that pitch this year. Pitch to Vaughn is a strike on the corner. 98-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 0-2 on Vaughn, just like that. Brewers had the bases loaded with nobody out. Mitchell just struck out. Now it's Vaughn. With Bowers on deck. Here's the pitch. Down and away, and Brazoban almost fell down after delivering that changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brewers lead by a score of 3-2. Got to get something out of this situation. Brewers have not hit great with runners in scoring position going back really for the last month. 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Did not. And the Mets dugout is up in arms. Close. Very close. That was the changeup, and Vaughn just held up, if at all. Brewers may have caught a break. First base umpire Alex Tosi. See if the Brewers can cash it in. 2-2. Check swing again. Didn't go for a second straight time. Hands over heads. Mets dugout. They may storm the castle here pretty soon. Second straight pitch where Vaughn, it was almost identical to the last one. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3 straight changeups from Brazoban. Pitch. Bouncer hit to short. That's a double play ball. 6, 4, and 3. And the Brewers had the bases loaded with nobody out and could not score a run. Strikeout and a double play ball. We head to the 6th inning. 3-2 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Miller time.
Gathers himself and he gets Benj on a nice play by Bryson Stott over there at second, diving to his left. 1 pitch and another 1 pitch out.
Dead center field into the batter's eye for Francisco Alvarez. A solo home run gives the Mets a 1-0 lead.
1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ball in the dirt for Devin Williams. His 14th save this season and the 100th save of his major league career.
Beatty has left the yard. 5th home run of the year comes off Nola here in the 7th. It's 2-0 Mets. His 2nd blast of the night, and back-to-back homers make it 3-0 New York.
Strike 3 called. Phillies lose the challenge. Christian Scott has struck out 7 Phillies through 5 scoreless innings, and he and the Mets take a 1-0 lead into the 6th.
Family Insurance. That's because their team is always there to protect your dreams.
Aaron Ashby is on to work for the Brewers out of their bullpen, leading the Mets by a score of 3-2 before he starts the inning against Bo Bichette. 10 seconds for station identification on the Brewers Radio Network. Lane Grindle, Josh Mauer, Kent Sommerfeld, Jeff Levering aboard. Aaron Ashby on to work for the 48th time. And the pitch to Bichette is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Middle of the order scheduled: Bichette, Benj, and then Polanco. 0-1 from Ashby. Low and in the dirt. Threw him a changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brewers had a golden opportunity to add to their lead. Bases loaded, nobody out. But Huascar Brazoban came in and did the trick. 1-1 pitch. Line drive. Caught by the diving Bryce Terang in shallow right field. Second baseman ranging far to his left. Laid out, made a catch, took a base hit away from Bo Bichette. One away in the 6th inning. Logan Henderson ends up going 5 innings. Allows the 2 runs on 5 hits, pair of solo homers. Didn't walk a batter. And matched a career high with 9 strikeouts. Ashby's got 1 away and deals with left-handed hitting Benj. Benj has struck out and flied to left. And takes the first pitch curveball for a strike. Ashby tied for the big league lead with 12 wins. Right now trying to protect the lead at 3-2. Ashby's 0-1 is strike 2. Fastball right down the middle at 98. Two strikes to nothing. Ashby kicks and throws. And a check swing. Did he go? Did not, says the third base umpire. And if he would have gone, I think the Mets dugout would have gone ballistic. After the 2 that Vaughn was credited with for holding. Jansen Visconti getting an earful now from the Mets dugout, trying not to laugh. 1-2. Fouled away. Got to be hard as an umpire when you're getting it from everybody. I mean, you're the only guy out there that doesn't have a team that somebody's rooting for you. Nobody's rooting for the umpires. Ashby on 1-2 throws home to Benj. And a swing and a foul at home plate. It got Contreras in the upper thigh.
Remember there was the kid that used to dress up as the umpires and come to the game?
Oh, yeah.
That was the one fan that was there for the umpires and rooting for the umpires.
He was mimicking those umpires. They used to have a couple guys sitting right behind home plate in Toronto that would wear the mask and all the paraphernalia. Kind of fun. 1-2. Down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. They would make every single call. And they were right most of the time. They had most of the umpires strike 3 calls down. I don't think they ever tried to mimic Tom Hallion's tear an oblique. 2-2 curveball, strike 3 called. Ortho ASAP strikeout for Aaron Ashby. 2 away in the 6th inning for Jorge Polanco. Hey, make tailgating this season easy by picking up a George Webb double play meal deal on your way to the game. 7 cheeseburgers, 2 orders of fries, just $17.99. A perfect pregame meal for hungry baseball fans. Pitch to Polanco. Curveball for a strike.
The other problem, if you tried to mimic Hallions, you might hit the person behind you in the stands. You need room to do Hallions.
Yes, you do. Yeah, you need space and strong core muscles. That's fouled away. Got to do some kettlebell training.
Yeah. It's the new thing.
I did a kettlebell workout today. I'm feeling good today.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be sore tomorrow.
They'll get you.
Yeah, the kettlebells are pretty good. I like it. I'm a big fan. 0-2 on Polanco. Ashby's pitch. Low and in the dirt.
My new one is the medicine balls where you slam them.
Oh, yeah.
On the concrete. I don't know if it's working, but I feel like I'm doing something.
You're not hurting the concrete. I know that. 1-2 pitch. High fly to left. In the ballpark for Jackson Churio. Waiting for it to come down. Settles into his mitt. Side retired. Ashby goes 3 up and 3 down in the top of the 6th inning. It's 3-2 Brewers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
1 out, 1 on. Flips the order over for Fernando. 2 for 4 night with an RBI from top spot in the order. Runner goes, and a fly ball to deep left center field. That is back, and that is very gone. Way back into the bleachers. A mammoth blast in Atlanta.
There are no doubters, and then there are no doubters. The foot was down, hands are back. Launch time.
474.
You got to give at least like a courtesy jog. No courtesy effort right here on that one.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Brewers have a 3-2 lead. Brazoban stays in. He faces Jake Bauers. Time called as a baseball got loose from the Mets bullpen. So Andy Fletcher calls time, and now we'll get back to work as that gate closes. Here's the pitch from Brazoban, and it's down and in with a heavy fastball. 1 ball, no strikes on Bauers. He's 0 for 2 this afternoon. He's 1 for 16 so far in the homestand. Pitch to Bauers, a high fly into left. Benj is there and makes the catch. Bauers now 0 for 3. Cooper Pratt coming up in the 6th inning, which is the Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Our contestant is Matt Cryer from Bayside. Matt will win a gift card jackpot of $100 if a member of the Brewers hits a home run this inning. $100 will be added to the total for each additional home run this inning. Visit any participating Woodman's store to enter. Service and savings. That's Woodman's. Good luck to you, Matt Cryer from the Bayside Tigers. That is a ball low. 1 ball, no strikes. Beat. Go Bayside.
Big wrestling match with Valley this weekend.
AJ Minter playing catch, not a Valley. What was their mascot? What was Valley? Swing and a miss by Pratt. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Bayside Tigers. Valley was.
I'm on it.
You got it. I'm blanking on it. I don't.
This is hit foul. Of course, we're talking about Saved by the Bell.
Nothing?
I'm working on it.
Okay. I feel like I could be of more help to you.
Yeah, you're just standing. You're not really doing anything right now. It's fine. They were the Bulldogs.
Uh-huh.
1-2. Down low. Didn't they steal the Bulldog one day on that show? I should have remembered that. Yeah, in return, Valley kidnapped Screech. They took the Bulldog, and then Valley took Screech. 2-2 pitch to Pratt. Chopper to the right side. First baseman's got to hustle to get back over. He does. Pratt's out. So Bauers flies out. Pratt grounds out 4-3. And Joey Ortiz is the hitter with 2 outs, nobody on base. He has tripled home, 2 runs. He has also singled to right field. 2 for 2 for Joey Ortiz.
Valley was kind of dirty.
Up and in on Ortiz. Almost got hit by that fastball from Brazoban.
They resorted to some dirty tactics in that rivalry.
They were very nefarious. The Valley Bulldogs, led by Principal Stingwell.
A lot of good strategy sessions were held at the Max, though, to figure out how to counter those dirty tactics.
That's ripped fair inside the bag down the left field line. It gets hung up in the tarp down the left field line. Ortiz is just going to keep on running. He's at third base. Now he's going to be sent around, and he will score as the third base umpire finally comes out and says this baseball is wedged underneath the tarp, which it was. Ortiz ended up scoring on the play. The Mets never went in and dug for the baseball. It got underneath the cover of the tarp. And the third base umpire, Jansen Visconti,
the ball
goes
was trapped
up.
under the tarp. It's a ground rule double. Runner remain at second base.
And it will be a ground rule double. Andy Fletcher goes out and says exactly what we were describing to you. But thanks for using the microphone and letting everybody else know. That's a good thing. Brazoban's day will end as Andy Green is out to go take the baseball from him. Left-hander coming in for the New York Mets. That's Minter. Brought to you by North Shore Adult Diapers. Whoop.
This is my 1994 Topps card. This is an action shot. You know, I have no idea what I did this pitch, but it shows me, you know, good form. You know, head down, looking at the path of the ball, swing the bat, front leg sort of straight. Yeah, I think that was a good at bat. I'm gonna swear by it. I think I hit a home run this time.
The 2-2 got a piece of it.
Actually had a very good swing. Oh, look at this. Here go the sprinklers. The sprinklers have fired. Pedro, soaking wet, is laughing. Seems unfazed by it. Oh, goodness.
His smile is so infectious around this ball club.
I have never seen this happen
This
before.
is comedy.
Pedro's just taking a little shower.
This is absolute comedy.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Wisconsin Dairy Badge. Then drink the milk, eat the cheese, melt the butter. Don't skip on the ice cream. And visit borntodairy.com to meet the farmers behind it all. Because around here, dairy isn't optional. We were born to dairy.
Christian Yelich is up there against A.J. Minter. 3-2 Brewers. Ortiz is at second base. Pitch from Minter, a swing and a miss by Yelich. And it's 0-1. $75 double by Joey Ortiz. $75 for the bank fund, courtesy of West Bend, the Silver Lining. Yelich with an RBI single in the second inning, trying to add to it. Takes outside from Minter. 1 ball, 1 strike. Longtime Atlanta Brave. This is his second year in New York. 20 games, a 180 earned run average. Left-hander sets around his neck. 1-1. Yelich drive to center. Back it goes. It's way back. It's off the top of the wall. Yelich is on the move. He will round second. He's headed for third. The throw is late. It's an RBI triple for Yelich. Second triple of the game for the Brewers. 2 RBIs now for Christian Yelich. He missed a homer by a matter of inches. May have hit just below the yellow line. Big insurance run for Milwaukee. Every triple. Steinhoffels donates $1,000 to Special Spaces Wisconsin to help create dream bedrooms for kids battling cancer. Steinhoffels, proud partner of the Brewers. Jackson Chourio now at the plate. Runner at third. Minter steps off for a disengagement. So a 2-out double by Ortiz. Now an RBI triple by Yelich. And Minter works on Chourio. Left-hander kicks and throws. Fouled back by Chourio. 4-2 Brewers in the bottom of the 6th inning. That is a massive run. Abner Uribe starting to play catch in the Brewers bullpen. Aaron Ashby got the 3 outs in the 6th inning. See if he goes out at least for a batter in the 7th. 0-1 on Chourio. Here comes. And it's hit foul right side. Mentioned it was a great crowd. 38,319 today. On 2 on Chourio. Minter's pitch. Fly ball into center. Ewing settles under it and makes the catch. Brewers get 1 on the RBI triple by Yelich. They lead at 4-2 as we go to the 7th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Searching for auto, light truck tires, or service? Visit the Tire Professionals at Pops Tire Center.
Wilson and his family have a food stand in the ballpark. Between the action, keep your eyes peeled for Mr. and Mrs. Met and root hard for your favorite borough in the mascot race.
Let's go, Mets! Let's go, Mets!
Citi Field, one of the best.
Crew member, our own crew member, Lane Grindle.
Tyrone Taylor is the former Brewer. Spent a lot of years in the Brewers organization. What a story it was when he finally broke through and made his debut, and has found his footing with the Mets as a critical part of their squad over the last couple of years. Takes low, and it's 1 ball and no strikes on Tyrone. Ashby's 1-0 pitch to Taylor. Curveball in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Taylor hitting .230, 7 home runs, 18 driven in. Always been a guy that can do some damage against lefties. Been primarily a platoon type of player in his career. 1-1 is a curveball that caught the outside corner, and it's 1-2. Versatile defensively, can play all 3 outfield positions. He's gotten better over the years defensively as well. 1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. Went after a changeup down in the dirt, and Ashby takes care of him. An ortho ASAP strikeout, the second one for Ashby. And now here's Marcus Semien, and Pat Murphy is not at his perch, but he's also not climbing up the steps of the dugout at this point. So Ashby will stay out there. Nobody's up in that Brewers bullpen anymore. First pitch to Semien is down and away with a sinker. It's 1-0. Ashby came on in the 6th inning, worked a 1-2-3-6. He's been efficient so far. That was pitch number 19. The 1-0. That is in there for a strike on a sinker. 1 ball and 1 strike on Semien, who homered back in the 2nd inning off Henderson. 1 for 2 today. Righty up there against the lefty Aaron Ashby. The 1-1 pitch is a swing and a miss at a curveball. It's 1-2. And boy, Ashby's stuff looks good today, doesn't it?
He's always nasty, but he's throwing strikes to go along with it.
The sinker is such a nasty pitch, and that curveball, when it is good, it is almost unhittable. He misses with the changeup down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's amazing that he can throw strikes with that sinker at all when you watch it, because when it is really good, it has so much movement. And that arm side run. 2-2 pitch to Semien, missed way outside of the curveball. It's full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. A 4-2 Brewers lead. They've out-hit the Mets 9-5 so far here today. In the top of the 7th inning here in Milwaukee. 3-2 pitch. Missed outside with a changeup, and he walked him. So had him behind the count, ends up walking Semien, and that's a 1-out base runner for the Mets. And what was scheduled to be Brett Beatty coming to the plate, but we're going to get a pinch hitter here. Luis Robert Jr. is going to hit for Beatty. Robert homered last night. It's the longest home run in this ballpark this year, 451 feet over the Miller Lite landing out there in left center. And so Contreras is out there to talk with Ashby to just go over the plan. Trips to the mound brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook, wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, and over 95 kiosks. It's a fan's dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook, become a legend. And now Chris Hook is out there to join in on this conversation. Again, it is quiet in the Brewers pen. This is about Ashby. And Robert will be the tying run coming to the plate here. 4-2 Brewers lead. Runner at first and one away. Now Ashby with that sinker. Certainly capable of getting a ground ball and maybe getting you out of here with one pitch. That's also a possibility, and certainly the desired result here for Ashby and the Brewers. Robert, the right-handed hitter with tons of power. Ashby's first pitch is swung on and fouled straight back into the net. It's 0-1. Crew's been around since 1970. Habish and Rotier, even longer. If you're injured in an accident, call the firm Wisconsinites have trusted for over 95 years. 0-1. That one is lined foul and out of play into the second deck down the right field line. And it's 0-2 on Robert. Now Ashby can try to get Robert to chase here. Robert had been on the injured list, dealing with back issue over the last couple of months, but was activated before Monday night's game. In the lineup the last couple of days. A day off today until this point. Ashby's 0-2 pitch. Bounced a curveball in the dirt. And Semien took 2 steps towards second, then retreated back to first. It is a ball and 2 strikes here on Luis Robert Jr. Hitting just .213 on the year. Ashby's 1-2 pitch. And a curveball down in the dirt. This one gets away from Contreras and moving up 90 feet is Semien. That'll be a wild pitch charged to Ashby. So a couple of balls in the dirt here. And the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. One away. It takes the double play ball out of the equation for the Brewers. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Changeup down and away. Ashby with a big ortho ASAP strikeout. His 3rd in relief here today. And there's 2 down now for Francisco Alvarez. Alvarez struck out both times today. Both times against Logan Henderson. Gets to face the lefty and Ashby here as Uribe starts to get loose again in the Brewers bullpen. Alvarez climbs into the box. Ashby looks at second. Set at the belt. And the first pitch right through there for a strike. Sinker at 99.2 from Aaron Ashby. Low outside corner. And he's ahead of Alvarez 0-1. A 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Swung over the top of a changeup, and it's 0-2. Changeup at 92 from Aaron Ashby. Stuff, as Jeff said, always nasty, but it has been really good so far here today. Trying to put up a 0 here in the 7th inning. Here's the 0-2 to Alvarez. And he got him looking. A sinker nailed the very bottom of the strike zone. It's going to be challenged by Alvarez. And this is going to be a strikeout. They put it on the board. Boom!
Well, it's confirmed a strike. New York has no challenges remaining.
Aaron Ashby strikes out Francisco Alvarez looking, an ortho ASAP strikeout, and he puts up a 0 in the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of 7. It's 4-2 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Baker gathers it in, and the AL in a shutout. The American League has now claimed 11 of the last 13 All-Star games.
Vargas sends one deep to left, and a no doubt about it, Vargas' second deck bomb.
His father was an absolute stud in Cuba, and now he just homered in the All-Star game.
Pages grounds one towards the middle. Backhand stab by Clement. Heaves a throw and gets him. Wow. Ernie Clement, who's known more for his bat, shows off the glove right here, John.
What a play.
And the American League has pitched the first shutout in the All-Star game in 13 years.
Tough night for the National League hitters.
That's the 15th strikeout. 2-run single, Cody Bellinger. And the American League gets to Sanchez here in the first.
Cody Bellinger, the Ted Williams MVP. There you go, Cody. Congrats. Enjoy it.
American Family Insurance is always a great call. That's because their agents are always there to protect your dreams.
Now, 7th inning stretch sponsored by IslandResortGolf.com. Escape to the Island Resort and Casino, where championship golf, relaxing spa treatments, great dining, and casino excitement create the perfect summer getaway. It is 4-2. The Brewers lead the Mets as we go to the bottom of this 7th inning. And for the Brewers, it'll be Terang Contreras and then Mitchell to hit against A.J. Minter, who stays out there on the mound. Remember, he came in to face Yelich in the 6th inning. Yelich got the RBI triple, and then Churio flied out to center to end the inning. And Minter's first offering to Terang is a chopper foul up the first baseline. It's 0-1. Luis Torrens is the new first baseman for the Mets. Tyrone Taylor in the game, stays in the game in left field. Benj moves from left to right as Terang took a strike, and it's 0-2. That catches you up on the defensive changes for the Mets.
Now Benj is in right field.
I was just going to say, Jeffy's out there now.
Good. Finally.
You were just predicting the future.
He was there yesterday.
Yes, he was. No balls and 2 strikes on Terang. And he checked on a pitch down and away with a cutter. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brewers with a 4-2 lead. They added a big insurance run in the bottom of the 6th inning. They'd like some more here in the 7th. Minter's 1-2 pitch, and Terang took high. It's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brewers trying to make it 5-1 to start this homestand. Coming out of the All-Star break. What a response after getting swept in Pittsburgh going into the break. As Terang took low. And the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Remember, the Mets are now out of challenges, so even if there's something close that Alvarez wants to challenge, he will not be allowed to do it. 3-2 the count here on Terang. Enters pitch. Missed up and in. He walked him. So Terang, after falling behind, battles back and works the walk here to lead off this bottom of the 7th inning. That's a big insurance run making its way to first base right now for the Brewers, and that'll get William Contreras to the plate. It was still a very successful long road trip going into the All-Star break. Just a little bit of a fizzle at the end there. I think the 18 games in 17 days and that lengthy trip with a couple of doubleheaders probably just caught up to the Brewers. All-Star break came at a good time for this club, and they have come out of the second half. And they have played maybe not what the manager would deem their best baseball, but they've played good enough baseball to put themselves in position here today to maybe win 5 of their first 6 coming out of the break. And in terms of what ultimately matters, that's pretty darn good. First pitch to Contreras is ground ball up the middle. It's going to be played by Lindor. He flips to second for 1. That's all they get. The ball was bringing Lindor to the bag, so he played it on the forehand and then flipped it to Semien to take care of Terang, and the Mets will take that trade off. They've got Contreras at first instead of the speedy Terang now. And there's one away for Garrett Mitchell. Now, long way to go in this one. You got 6 big outs to get defensively for the Brewers, but you have your A bullpen ready to go. But you'd like a little bit of more margin for error here. Minter kicks and delivers to Mitchell, who takes a little bit low. It's 1 ball and no strikes.
Considering what the Brewers were doing, 18 games in 17 days, like you talked about, that 6-5 road trip, I'd say that was successful.
I think if you would have been told going into it that that's what they were going to end up with, you would have probably been just fine with that. 1-0. That's a strike on the inside edge. And it's 1-1 on Mitchell. The way the Brewers have played really the last handful of years, sometimes you tend to get a little greedy and think, well, maybe you could put a 7-4 on the board there. But against the teams that they played, all teams that were 500 or better at that point, 1-1 is a fly ball foul and out of play third base side, and it's 1-2 on Mitchell. And just considering that grind and knowing that that's a real thing, yeah, I'm with you, Jeff. It was a good accomplishment.
Overall went 10-8 in that stretch.
Yeah.
Against really good teams. Only one team under 500.
1 ball and 2 strikes here on Mitchell. Contreras at first with 1 out. The pitch missed down and away, and it's 2-2. Daniel Duarte, who it feels like he's been up all game long, is getting loose out of the Mets bullpen. He was up clear back in the second inning at one point. 2-2 pitch is over but low with a sinker, and the count is full. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Garrett Mitchell. Andrew Vaughn in the on deck circle for the Brewers. Uribe continues to get loose in the Brewers bullpen. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out with a cutter. Mitchell down on strikes. Second time he has struck out today. 0 for 3 now today for Garrett. And there's 2 away for Andrew Vaughn. Drive Around the League. It's presented by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors, building Wisconsin together. How about 15 wins in a row for the Boston Red Sox? They beat the Orioles earlier today. Game 1 of what is a doubleheader. 6-3 your final in that one. What's even more amazing is that they are only 4 games above 500, despite a 15-game winning streak. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, they gain a lot.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
The beauty of this jersey is the feel, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Tsunami Express Car Wash keeps your ride looking game day ready. Wash away dust, bugs, and road grime with unlimited daily washes and free vacuums as a Tsunami Express member. So before you cheer on the crew, make sure your vehicle looks as good as your game day spirit. Plans start at just $16 for your first month. Learn more at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash, the official car wash of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Andrew Vaughn facing Daniel Duarte, who takes over on the mound for the Mets, the right-hander. Runner at first is Contreras with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And Vaughn takes a first pitch strike on a cut fastball at 0-1. 4-2. Milwaukee leads it, trying to win this series here this afternoon. Some work to do in order to make that happen. Duarte's 0-1. And Vaughn took a strike on a sweeper that just caught the outside edge. It is 0-2. And that was outside. It felt like a generous call from up here. And our data confirms it. So Vaughn in an unfortunate 0-2 hole. Here's the pitch. That's down and away with a sweeper. 1-2 to count. Vaughn today is 1 for 2 officially. A base hit back in the 2nd inning. Came around and scored. Walked to start up the 4th inning and then hit into a double play in the 5th to end that inning. 1-2 swung on and fouled right back towards us. The net grabs it, thankfully, and it's still 1-2. That would be a get out of the way screamer off the bat of Andrew Vaughn. Duarte out of the stretch. The pitch, a swing and a miss at a sweeper. Vaughn strikes out. The inning is over. We go to the 8th inning. Brewers with a 4-2 lead on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Crews show up organized and ready to work in an environment.
Clayton and Ellen's kids throughout the ceremonial first pitches. The spray pattern was interesting. It was creative. I like that.
Yeah, this guy actually left the house today and said, you know what, honey, I'm going to bring my hamburger head to the ballpark today.
Marshawn Lynch earlier this afternoon had a base hit up the middle, but hurt his hand. A handful of bees right there.
No idea what Scuba was thinking. And this place is rocking now.
He dives and makes the catch and brings Fenway to its feet, because he always does.
Slides, and he's got it. What a catch by Eli. That saved the day.
In his Carradine makes a sliding catch.
Makes the play. The throw is in time to get the out. On the warning track, he reaches up. A fine running grab by Jorge Barosa.
You get spoiled watching a guy cover ground the way he does. Spectacular catch.
He got it. He hung with the play right at the wall.
Harris on his horse, and he makes the catch. Throw to third, tag out. Wow. Back to first. I said I like double plays, Boone.
One of the wildest, wackiest double plays you'll ever see.
Down the third baseline, there's Ortiz. Plants the foot, fires across, picked by Bowers.
Emerson able to get to it, pop up, and throw a missile to first base.
Diving catch.
Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
We'll go to first base, and Luis Lara is in the game in right field for Milwaukee. It's a 4-2 lead, and to take us the rest of the way home, here's Jeff Levering.
Thank you, Lane. It's Abner Uribe. We'll get the 8th inning. At the top of the order, starting with A.J. Ewing. Francisco Lindor to follow, and then Bo Bichette. 2 scoreless innings from Aaron Ashby. Walked 1, struck out 4. Abner Uribe on for his 42nd appearance. He has not given up a run in his last 13 appearances. Has a 4-2 advantage. And a reminder that today's 8th inning is brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council, the over 900 signatory contractor partners who are building Wisconsin's infrastructure. Learn more at liunawisconsin.org and feel the power. Ewing today has doubled, singled, and struck out. Uribe's first pitch of the 8th inning is inside ball 1. Spins Ewing back. The Brewers will go to New York at the end of August. Have a 3-game series against the Mets following the game in Cooperstown. Williamsport. That's where we're going. Williamsport. Here's the 1-0. That's down and in. For a strike, it's 1-1. Williamsport is where we are headed for the Little League World Series game. I feel like everybody's going to Cooperstown these days. These 12-year-old teams are going. My cousin's son just played in Cooperstown, so it's fresh in my mind. We are going to Williamsport to play the Braves.
Yes.
And the Brewers will be the home team, because it was the Brewers' home series. They gave up a home date. Pitch is fouled away by Ewing, and he goes down. I think he fouled that off his back leg. Ouch.
In Cooperstown, when you go there as a youth baseball team, you stay in these barracks.
Yeah.
I have to imagine that's tough on the coaches that are the chaperones.
Not easy. I can tell you that much right now.
That has to be stressful.
Yeah, not only coaching the boys, but now you've got to deal with being a full-time in the cots. That's tough. 1-2, hit foul. Not easy. But yeah, the Brewers are going to go to Williamsport. The travel on that, the Brewers are going to have 2 games against the Braves here at American Family Field. Fly to New York City after the game Saturday night. Be in New York City for a night, and then fly to Williamsport Sunday morning for a night game. Slider called for strike 3, and Abner Uribe strikes out Ewing looking. Another ortho ASAP strikeout. Be 24 hours in Williamsport, essentially. Fly up there early, do all the activities for the kids, Little League World Series, and then play the game that night. Lane and I will broadcast it for you on the radio side, which is fun. And then get on a plane and fly to New York City that night. Pitch is high on Francisco Lindor, ball 1.
And then sleep on Monday.
Yes, Monday is an off day in New York City, and then a 3-game series against these Mets. So that's what the Brewers will be going into. 1-0 pitch is hit foul. Plus a couple of West Coast trips before that. The Brewers have a trip out to San Francisco and Anaheim starting on Monday. The Brewers will leave after their game on Sunday against the Rockies, go out west, come back for a 7-game homestand, and then go back out west. 1-1 pitch is a ball off the outside corner on Lindor. Go to San Diego and Los Angeles, take on the Dodgers and Padres. Two one coming back on Lindor. Slider strike on the outside corner, 2-2. Left-hander Brooks Raley is getting ready in the bullpen for the Brewers. Or I should say for the Mets. Two to Lindor. Uribe throws. This is outside. 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Slider, sinker, sinker, slider, sinker. We got another sinker coming. That would be the sequence. We'll see. 3-2 the count on Lindor. Uribe's pitch. Liner, and it's over the glove of Terang. May have jumped a bit too soon. I'm not sure he's making that catch anyway. He did go sinker, stuck with the sequence, and Lindor with his first hit of the day. Tying run coming up with Bo Bichette representing that tying run. Bichette, an infield single, a strikeout, and a lineout. Top of the 8th inning, 4-2 Brewers trying to win this series against the Mets. Been doing nothing but win against the Mets recently. Slider for a strike. The Brewers, since the beginning of the 23 season, not including the playoffs, 16-5 against the Mets. The 0-1 is a strike at the top of the zone. Remember last year the Mets came to town in the beginning part of August, and that's when all that devastating rain came down. Brewers walked him off twice, including the Isaac Collins walk-off home run the day after those floods. The 0-2 pitch. Slider struck him out looking. Bichette is gone for out number 2. That indeed was a memorable weekend on the field and off.
In baseball and in our lives. Unfortunately for some.
No doubt about it. The Brewers would sweep. That was in the middle of their 14-game winning streak. Carson Benj at the plate. Uribe gets a line drive in the left, a base hit. Benj with a knock. Second hit of the inning. And now the tying run is on base for Polanco. So Abner Uribe has given up a pair of singles. Polanco 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Abner Uribe having a conversation with William Contreras out there on the mound. Every trip to the mound brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Big out to get for Abner Uribe. 15 pitches so far in this inning, and this is his inning to get through. Nobody is out there in the bullpen ready to save Abner. It's his job to get through this. He's got to deal with Jorge Polanco. And the pitch is a ball low. Switch hitter batting from the left side is Polanco. Uribe set at the belt. And his 1-0 is off the plate away. And a challenge from Contreras. And he's going to be closed. Challenge brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. What says you, Shazam?
Call was overturned and a strike. Milwaukee still has 2 challenges remaining.
It's back in the at-bat. That baseball split the outside corner. Half in, half out. 1-1 on Polanco. Good speed on the bases. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That slider. And it's 1-2. That's not the desired location for that slider up in the zone, but he got away with it. It's 1-2 on Polanco. One-two. Missed down and away. Better slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One fastball in the sequence so far from Abner Uribe. Runners take their leads. 2-2 pitch from Abner Uribe. Ground ball, second base. Terang has it. Goes to first. The throw picked by Bowers. Got him. Bryce Terang was thinking about going to second base. Pratt wasn't there, so he spun and fired on one hop to Bowers, who picked on the other end. And he gets Abner Uribe out of trouble. The Platinum Glover does it again for the Brewers. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Brewers 4, Mets 2 on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance. 3-2 to Vargas. Got him. Fastball at 99. Back-to-back Ks for Miz.
Setting up on the outside corner, and he hit the glove. Perfect pitch by Mizorowski. Excellent command with that fastball.
101, and he finishes the inning with a strikeout. Miz with 3 Ks. Got him. Blew him away with 99. 5 Ks in the first 2 innings for Mizorowski. And he struck him out. 10 Ks on opening day for Miz. The 8th inning, Brewers leading at 4-2. Looking for some Network Health insurance runs. Network Health been serving the health insurance needs of Wisconsin communities for over 40 years. Visit networkhealth.com today. Pitch to Bowers, grounded hard out to second base. Up with it is Simeon. He throws him out. 1 pitch and 1 out in this 8th inning. Bowers 0 for 4. And Cooper Pratt will be the hitter. Pratt 0 for 4. A couple of strikeouts and a ground out to second base. Brewers scored 3 in the 2nd inning, got 1 extra in the 6th, driven in by Christian Yelich. Pitch to Pratt is low. 1 ball and no strikes. Trevor McGill starts to crank it up in the Brewers bullpen after a scoreless but eventful 8th inning from Abner Uribe. Pratt takes down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, it's been a great season so far. Now it's time to take it home. Make sure you've got plenty of great tasting Usinger sausage on hand. Usinger's vac-packed brats will stay fresh right through the World Series, so stock up now. Pitch is popped up first base side and in the seats, foul. To go along with some of those brats, how about a nice summer shandy? Leinenkugel Summer Shandy, refreshing Weiss beer, natural lemonade flavor. Leinenkugel's flavor the moment. This game has been decided by the number 9 and leadoff hitter in the Brewers order. Christian Yelich has driven in 2. Joey Ortiz has driven in 2. Ortiz is on deck. Here's the pitch. Pratt fouls it into the mid of Alvarez. 2-2. Ortiz is 3 for 3. He's actually a home run short of the cycle. Got the triple done in the 2nd inning, a single in the 4th, doubled in the 6th. 2-2 to Pratt. Hit foul, hanging breaking ball in the inside corner. Pratt had a big cut, fouled it back into the net. Told you the Mets are heading home after this ball game today. They'll take on the Dodgers, Braves, and Marlins. 2-2, hit off the end of the bat, foul first base side. Long 10-game homestand. And then go out for 10. Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Atlanta. Two on Cooper Pratt. Catcher goes away. Duarte throws. Missed away. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The Mets in the 9th inning will have Tyrone Taylor, Marcus Simeon, and then the catcher Luis Torrens. They do have Juan Soto available on the bench. 3-2. Popped him up into shallow right. A few steps in is Benj. And he makes the catch. And now Ortiz. Again, a home run short of the cycle. It's driven in 2. Brewers have a pair of triples in the game. And they've netted 3 of the 4 runs. Crowd knows what's at stake. Been a while since the Brewers last had a cycle. Here's the pitch. And it's outside. Christian Yelich. I mean, that's kind of the easy guess because he's had 3 of them, all against the Reds in his tenure. Had 2 in the same season. 1-0 is a strike in the inside corner. 1-1 on Joey Ortiz. 1-1 pitch is a strike on the outside corner. I don't think it had to be. The last cycle for the Brewers, May 11th, 2022. That was Yelich. Now Ortiz just trying to protect. They're going outside again. 1-2 pitch is a low breaking ball. Did he go? He did not. Ball got away from the catcher. Ortiz will see another one. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Duarte, deep breath, pitch, down and away, back to the backstop on its own. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Yelich is on deck. Brewers have had a base runner in all but 1 inning. That was the 3rd. Plenty of traffic. Lead at 4-2 in the bottom of the 8th. Deep breath, 3-2. Missed outside, he walked him. Crowd booing Duarte for not giving Joey Ortiz an opportunity to hit for the cycle. He walked him. Christian Yelich digs in. Yelich today 2-for-4, including an RBI single in the 2nd and an RBI triple in the 6th. He missed a home run by about a foot. Pitch to Yelich is inside for ball 1. His single went to left, the triple off the center field fence. 1-0. Hit foul. 10 seconds station ID on the Brewers Radio Network. Yelich ready to go. 1 ball, 1 strike against Duarte. And a toss to first is high and pulled in by the first baseman, Terens. Looked like Duarte may have tried to throw that one to Oak Creek. Terens pulled it in. Ortiz extends his lead by half a step. 1-1 pitch, he goes. It's a strike, throw down to second, not in time. A stolen base for Joey Ortiz. Every stolen base presented by Delta Dental. For your fellow fanatics, your personal cheerleaders, and your #1 fans. For all the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. My favorite guy, Steve from Delta Dental, was in the booth earlier today. 1-2 pitch. Yelich hits it on the ground at third. Bichette, nice pickup on a tough hop. Throws to first in time to get Yelich. And the threat is averted by Duarte. We go to the 9th inning. Trevor McGill time. 4-2 Brewers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Miller time. People think it just happens, but that's not true.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Brought to you by the Wisconsin Dental Association Dental Savings Club. The game is on the line. Brewers rely on their elite bullpen when your oral health is on the line. Rely on WDA member dentists. To find a WDA dentist near you, go to WDA.org. So Trevor Megill will try and shut the door on the Mets and win another series for the Brewers. He'll face Tyrone Taylor, Marcus Semien, and then Luis Torrens, barring a pinch hit opportunity from Juan Soto. Trevor Megill this year has 15 saves. He is appearing in his 40th game. Last pitched on Saturday and picked up save number 15. He has not allowed a run in his last 15 appearances. So with Abner Uribe being as locked down as he has been, and Megill doing the same. Megill trying to keep the good times rolling with Tyrone Taylor in his sights. Taylor struck out in his pinch hit appearance in the 7th. Mets have 7 hits, have scored just the 2 runs. Pair of solo homers. Pitch from Megill. Taylor takes down and away with a curveball. 1 ball and no strikes. Cloud cover overhead, roof half open. Brewers with a 4-2 lead as Megill sets and throws. Low and in the dirt, 2 balls and no strikes. 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Trevor Megill. Last 33 appearances, pitching to a 109 earned run average. That's 4 earned runs in 33 innings. 2-0 to Tyrone Taylor. Is a strike. 2-1, 99-mile-an-hour fastball from Megill, who has just got better as the season has progressed. Next game is on Friday. Brewers and Rockies. 2-1. Inside, 3 balls and a strike. It's a 3:10 start time. The Brewers alumni legends game to follow the contest. Shane Drone against Tomoyuki Sugano. 3-1 to Taylor. And he took it inside for ball 4. So the leadoff man is on, and the tying run is coming up for Marcus Semien. Semien against Megill, 1 for 3 lifetime. Right-handed hitter, homered earlier in the day, and the pitch. Strike 1 right down the middle. It is the bottom part of the order scheduled against Megill. And still plenty of pop down here. Semien with 10 home runs. 0-1 to Semien. Ground ball, first base. Bowers has it, and he'll go to the bag at first. He wanted to turn 2, but Cooper Pratt was so far away from the base, playing in the shift. Bowers did not want to throw to a moving target. I think the other part was that Tyrone Taylor was running in his throwing lane, and Bowers did not want to risk throwing one off the back of Tyrone Taylor. If he gets rid of it immediately, I think he's got a chance to turn 2 or at least get the lead runner. But a smart move by Bowers just to put it in his pocket and run to the base to get it out. 3 unassisted on Semien, and now it's Torrens, who started behind the plate yesterday. The pitch is a strike with a curveball. Torrens was 2 for 4 at the plate last night. He's playing first base to end the game today. He's the tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Down low with a curveball, and in the dirt, picked up by Contreras. Mets bullpen is moving just in case. Looks like Devin Williams is playing catch. Should the Mets tie things in this 9th inning or take the lead. Megill hoping to just get 2 outs and be done. 1-1 pitch. Line drive right field. Lara plays the slice, makes the catch. Back to second goes Taylor. 2 away. And Francisco Alvarez will hit against Trevor Megill. 38,000 plus in the ballpark today, trying to get the Brewers to win number 64. Alvarez will use his timeout. Alvarez 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. (4-2) Brewers, top of the 9th inning. McGill with 2 away and a runner at second base. First pitch, strike 1 on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Fastball at 99 from McGill. Again, the high set from McGill. Close stance, the 0-1. Curveball low and in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Not a single fan is in their seats at the ballpark. Ball and a strike on Alvarez. Here's McGill's pitch. Line drive into left, a base hit. They will send the runner around third. Churio's throw will go to second. No reason to keep that potential tying run to getting into scoring position. So a run scores on an RBI single by Francisco Alvarez. It's 4-3. Big curveball that got a lot of the plate. Alvarez hit it off the end of the bat and just did get it by Pratt at short. Churio was not very aggressive in his pursuit to go get that baseball. Again, no reason to do anything crazy by trying to throw a guy out at home plate when the run that matters is the one that was in the batter's box to begin with. So base hit to left. Now A.J. Ewing, who's 2 for 4 today, a single and a double. It's the first run allowed by Trevor McGill in his last 16 appearances. Fires a baseball off to the side. It's a new one. As he deals with Ewing, Lindor is on deck. This is the guy that McGill wants. That leadoff walk came around to score. Here's the pitch. Ewing, ground ball to third. Ortiz with a dive. Gets up, throws to first. Ball game over. The Brewers take 2 out of 3 against the Mets. It was a Joey Ortiz game. He goes 3 for 3, a homer shy of the cycle, and then makes a diving stab to win the ball game today. 4-3 your final score. We'll have the totals for you and much more. Be right back on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Keeping you updated on culture and creativity. What's on Tap with Sandy Max.
In the studio with the co-directors of the new documentary, simply titled Uke.
It's combining my 2 great loves of baseball and dreaming of being a baseball player someday and becoming a filmmaker, and somehow the 2 worlds have collided.
Now that they know what he was going through, it'll just make his fans love him even more.
Weeknights at 6 on WTMJ and the What's on Tap podcast on WTMJ.com.
Elevate your home field advantage by designing it around the way you actually live. Mike Wood here from Callan. What if your home perfectly fit your lifestyle? For 40 years, Callan has helped homeowners like you transform your living spaces from energy-efficient windows and doors to beautiful kitchens and spa-worthy bathrooms, featuring superior quality.
Bouncer to first. Bacher slipped and fell on the mound. He just fell.
He just slipped.
Elise, is that you?
Oh, I didn't go to journalism school for nothing.
Oh, man. That guy's all right. He got a baseball. He's got a headache.
Twins game at 1:10, wedding at 4:30.
Miles fouls the ball, loses the bat. It's caught in the on-deck circle by Alex Call.
Miles will get a little more high chart.
Jackson, the last time at bat in Reggie Jackson's career.
I would compare my career to a farmer. It rained when you wanted, sunshine when you wanted to. And when you loaded up your truck, the prices were at an all-time high.
Broken bat up the middle, base hit, Reggie Jackson.
On the way home with a pocket full of money, you'd be smiling. Huh?
He's aboard ahead of Corbin Carroll. Corbin last year, the first 30-30 season in D-backs history.
Corbin Carroll lines it to right. And it's off the wall. Marte coming around.